I'm the golden son while playing a GBA game. Brain off the scale to thinking he mean weight gain. No surge, you'll electrify the mind. I'm in charge of the buzz, get your power stripped. I'm my own plug, you the socket. Let more punchlines, the trash in your pocket. That's you to stop it. More than rap, this composite, you got to rocket. See the variation? It don't matter, black or white. Bring the drama, Perry Mason. I'm adjacent to the destined. Counting all my blessings while they selling their soul. No, you gotta be desperate like them housewives. Hear the real with my mouth wide. Paths going north, but they still hear the south side in me. These rappers are actors who giving out Emmys. Find me a Denny's looking proud of their penny without an Oscar. I'ma lay it proper. Father, this sound ironic, didn't have a papa for most of my life. Foster home to home. Don't let me start. Comment tell me about real love. It starts in the heart, not the pants. Born without a chance. Probably met destiny plenty times and noticed when she glanced at me. When you dance with me, who would've known these dreamers become fans of me? Put up your hands for me. Touch the sky, the model we grew up with. Bumping that old Wayne, about to see if this truck fit in my garage. I'm kidding, no car, but I got drive. Even if I retire, never be top 5. I survived the rugged terrain. Determination in my brain, God help me find joy through the pain, gain clarity that I share to the masses. Same kid, they dreaming in classes. Future look disastrous. Time for the heroes and less fastest. Clean air, less gases. But y'all know what I'm trying to convey. Change streams, play games, watch a few anime. Found a path to be great, not a moment to waste. Mama check it, don't worry, I'm straight. We gon' take it to the top of the globe. Spread love, realest quote that I wrote. You know, sky's the limit. All my life I was sober. We surpassing that with each episode. Behold, a new episode. New day, a new episode. A new day, a new day, a new episode. A new day, a new episode. A new day, a new. Go ahead, let them throw that shade. You gotta wait to see the picture. Old Kodak days, don't go that way. They songs all filler, and it shows not at the museum. Fans never been stellar. Pendilla, so a route set score. I ain't trying to be known by a number like the kids next door. My lord, they want us in cages or the seats, cause we fresh to death. Cash is short, baby, we cool. Me, I'm nothing but a kid from the boondocks, writing living color. Different world in my boombox, chilling in my afternoon socks with a cute thing. Excuse the missed call, they didn't notice you rang. Sharp tongue from the heavens, we thinking outside of the box. They call him Stoop Kid, never lead his steps. No one knows of his woes, cause he keeps to himself in seclusion. But me, I had to find out his story, so I sat by his stoop. He said his name's Corey. Told me how he used to be in love with a dame, but she left about as fast as she came. Said the sky's never been the same. Air's less fresh, chemtrails blanket the sky, and we compressed to a perfect world that we created within the mind. We blind to the truth as the days unwind. He finds happiness and watch the time go by. He asked, do you know why? Cause at least I'll know when we die. Society's engulfed in trends, and it's hard to find friends when your vision ain't the same through the lens. A cleanse what we need, but our pride won't accept it. Love's like a precious baby girl, and I'm wishing that we kept it. Neglected all our principles, kids laughing at me every day. How conventional, all one-dimensional. I wish I was invincible, I would just fly away. Aim for the sun, hope to land in a higher place. That's my escape from reality. Life is a dream, but it seems we've been sleeping in ravines. For now, I'ma chill with the ranting. Sit up on my stoop while the kids keep chanting. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. 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 Stoop. A tear rolls down his cheek. He asks, how did life become bleak? We used to seek joy, now we lost in translation of the language called money. I pity our generation. I told him I agree, but you looking at the downside. It's a bigger world outside the walls you hide, and I can guide you to a new state of mind if you let me. But hearts can't receive what the soul isn't ready for. Look, life is a metaphor, it's up to you to find a meaning. You can't stand for something if you steadily leaning on pillars of self-loathing. Imagine what you're missing in addition to beautiful life that you ain't even living. Places that you never been, people that you'll never meet. Happiness if you're willing to seek beyond the stoop of your seclusion, but really just a barrier to block away the image of a place much scarier called reality. Well, he stopped me mid-sentence, took a step down like a sinner doing penance. Said he wanna take a chance, thanks for the referral. Safe to say this boy's gonna finally leave the world, so stoop kids gonna leave it. Stoop kids.
Are you ready?
Word to wise. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie. And make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie Blerd Without Fear back again. Episode 54 of the Blerd Cave. We are live and direct right in this bish. What's going on, everybody? By the way, got a special guest. I feel like I should be in DJ Envy mode. Got a special guest in the building. What's going on, my guy Carter? Yeah, I got my guy Carter on audio. Carter presents, Twitch streamer extraordinaire.
Yes. I feel like you got to drop one of Clues bombs for me real quick.
Oh damn! Wait, hold. Let me get on the board real quick. What's going on, my guy?
I'm going good. This is a good Saturday. Good morning, man. How is everybody?
Ooh, man, tired. Just woke up. I don't ever like telling people that shit because I always there's this mystique, this allure that the Blerd Without Fear, like he gets up at 6 a.m. Yep. Prepares, has show notes ready, has put together, curated a show, set all the things, got all the buttons and knobs and dials set exactly the way they're supposed to be. No, I do a lot of this just kind of like, I just wake up and like hit the button, go. Exactly. Let's see here, man. Who we got in this mofo today? Let me see who's out here wilding these streets with us today, man. I see we got, we got Jay-Z Jr. up in here. I see Darth, Absolute Venom up in this biatch. AR Code Music, what's going on, my guy? DeCovenham. You ain't never living that down, brother. No, for real. Deku Venom. Chillmonger in the building. I see Jonah the Omega up in here. Let's see here. Got Sabrina Ahmed up in here. What's going on? SFC Cape Killer up in here. Wildin', just like always, just the way I like it. Stephen Huggins up in here. I see we got Freddie Richmond. I see Bob Mathis up in here. Nightway. Sister Dark Angel in the goddamn building. My guy Tubes the One up in here. What's going on, pimp? Oh, we got Ultimate Boocell up in here. The most dangerous fusion. Ultra Instinct ain't got nothing on that. Oh, I see we got Victor Creed here, fresh out of Krakoa. Oh, man. Who else we got in here? Oh, Cushmo Jones up in here. What's good, pimp? Lance Toastin. Let's see. Red Hooded Saint, Jerry. Dude, it is wilding up in here, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Super back in here. If Victor Creed finally stopped falling in Krakoa just to come in here.
Right? That means something's up. Hey. Oh, hey. Hey, AWOB, what's going on? You said new to the stream. Hey, welcome. Hey, you picked a fine time to come in. Oh, man, dude, we are already wilding here. God damn. Already wilding off the rip with the super chat. Darth AV Rebirth coming through here with the $4.99 super chat. Says time for the first super chat party for the day. I'm celebrating that I finally finished PT. Your boy is over 9,000, dude. First off, can we? You know what? Here, yeah, I don't have the clue. I don't have the clue bomb ready right now, right at this moment. But I feel like we need one of them Final Fantasy fanfares right quick because look, let's be real. Look, my guy's out here wilding. For those who don't know, my guy Darth AV, man, this dude has been through the ringer. He had been through some stuff. Got caught in a car accident, man, and just he's been on recovery ever since. And my guy has come back from the brink and just literally exemplifying that plus ultra mentality coming back. This dude's been keeping me updated on his physical therapy, for a while, and every time he tells me what's going on, I'm just like, dude, you are out here wilding. This dude is out here training. I think, dude, I'm telling y'all, this dude's been training at 100 times Earth's normal gravity. This dude has been in the hyperbaric chamber. This dude has been out here killing it. So yeah, I just want to say, first off, we just put the hands up. Hands up for my guy Darth AV. Thank you again for that super chat.
Just for going through all that, you have to.
Yeah, dude, they ain't no way. But real quick, before we get into what we're gonna get into, Carter, tell the good people. Just as for those who may not know, like you be in the chat, more often than not. But just in case they don't know who you are, man, tell the good people.
Oh man, the best way to describe me is someone who takes pride, very serious joy and pleasure in irritating Dark Angel in that chat anytime that I can. Been streaming on Twitch, for quite a long time. Well, not too long. We're not gonna say it like that. Like I'm just old out here in these streets. But just this whole Blerd community, Blerd core as a whole, is just an amazing thing to be a part of, and there's that Carter is a jerk right off rip. See, it's the little things just make me love this place, man.
Look, dang, Dark Angel, she going in this morning. She's like, nah, pimp. She's like, I got you. I'm coming for you. No, but no, in all realness though, we got a lot to talk about today. We also got some guests that are gonna be coming on. I'm gonna call them in about roughly an hour or so. But we got some things to talk about, people. We got some things to talk about. And I keep telling y'all, man, the news is always happening. The news is always going down. And last week when we did the Blerd Cave, right after we went off the air, almost immediately, this story came up, and I was like, damn. See, I could have used this for the show, but you know what? That's okay, because we're going to talk about it today. And that is the fact that, the man, WWE's the man, Becky Lynch, she is going to be, supposedly, you always gotta say, allegedly, she is going to be joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She is going to be joining a Marvel film in some capacity. Now, when this came up, a lot of people were like, "Oh, she's just going to be playing like she's playing like a bit part, like a cameo or something. She's going to play like a villain or something." Because that's actually what I was saying. I think they're just going to bring her to play a villain. It's usually what they do. It's the type of stuff that Kevin Feige does. But for those who are not, actually, I guess let me be clear, because some of you may not be wrestling fans. For those of you who are not wrestling fans, and contrary to what Tom Segura says, if you are a wrestling fan, you are in fact not a retard. You're just a normal person, just like anybody else. Just saying. But basically, for those who aren't familiar, this is Becky Lynch, right here. She is the Raw Women's Champion. She was at one point both champion of Raw and SmackDown. She was the first, I guess you would call it, undisputed champ of the women's division, I guess. I don't think there was one before her. That's actually one of the few first I think WWE can actually say is legit. One of the few. But affectionately Becky Two Belts. Becky, was it the champ? Champ, yeah. Becky with the red hair.
No, you did.
I did. I went there. Until she lost that other belt. But no, basically, she went from being like this, I guess, man, dude, oh god, when she first came to WWE, you know, she was in NXT, she was this little plucky, little river dancing, little, oh, luck of the Irish, type wrestler. She was just there, like, no real direction. You just knew she was gonna be a jobber. And then next thing you know, she wound up in the Four Horsewomen, you know, alongside Sasha Banks, Bayley, and of course Charlotte Flair. Yeah, man, just it was crazy. It was crazy. Like, it was one of those things. Like I was legitimately surprised. Yeah, she basically rose up. Matter of fact, you know, she was kind of becoming a star against all odds. Like, basically, WWE didn't even know what to do with her. They didn't even know what to do with this woman. They were just like, oh, we don't know. We're just doing things. And then all of a sudden, Nia Jax came along, botched a damn punch, broke her damn orbital bone, broke her nose, and next thing you know, this woman's been catapulted to superstardom. So
the original plan was to just put her with Sheamus and just whatever happens.
Right. Dude, no, I believe that. There's like, oh, we'll just put them together. They're Irish. Right? Yeah, just like, look, dude, heaven forbid Drew McIntyre would have been there. Even though, you know, he's Scottish, but still, point of the matter is, man, it had Drew McIntyre had been there in the beginning with Becky Lynch and Sheamus, you know, Vince would have put them together. He'd have had them dressed up as leprechauns. It just would have been awful. But it is safe to say Becky Lynch is coming up, and you know what? Wrestling right now, with the state of flux it's in right now, what better time than to get into some damn movies? Now, this isn't her first brush with acting. Technically, WWE films. What was it? The Marines 6, 7, 8.
So.
She was in that one. She was in one of them. The one with Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, yeah.
I guess Which I'm sorry, it's just weird for me to see Shawn Michaels these days. It's because his eye. He always has that one eye that's looking a completely opposite direction than his other eye. So like it just. Yeah, can't do it. I can't take him seriously now. Yeah, and it's no shade, but just saying, it's just, yeah, I want to remember him the way he was. But no, Becky Lynch, supposedly, she is joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And honestly, I'm here for it. Now, of course, you know, her shoot name, Rebecca Quinn. She has apparently been told or been talked to by Kevin Feige. A lot of people are saying that she's going to wind up being in one of the next big Marvel movies. Now, me personally, I initially thought, oh, they're probably going to like cast her for like Captain Marvel 2. They'll probably cast her as like why am I blanking on names of Captain Marvel villains? But I was thinking somewhere along the lines of like a Songbird or like Moonstar or something like that. I was thinking like or maybe like a Titania or something like that.
Titania and Moonbird, I never actually thought about those. Those are some pretty good picks on your end, brother.
Like what did you have in mind for her?
Honestly, just with this being like one of the first things she was doing, like I think like it was more so like you were saying earlier. I thought it may have been a cameo or maybe a you squint and you'll miss it kind of deals, but like Songbird, like Titania especially, that would be a good look for her.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. Now we got some activity going on here. Hold on. We got DeCovenum has come through with a $5 super chat. Says throw up the too sweet for the new Phantom Thief. Brother C all out super chat that attack. No Monas. Man, here, let me get you the too sweet, man. Bam! That's what I'm talking about. Too sweet me when you see me, god damn it. Ultimate Boo Cell coming through with the $4.99 super chat. Said just because. God damn it. Of course, we got a new member. Welcome to the Blerd Club, Ruben Hart. New member coming in at gold level. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all know what time it is. if you are a member of Blerd Club, that means you get early access to videos before I release them to the general public, and you also get exclusive videos and cuts and stuff like that I don't release to anyone else. So yeah, it's just great. It's just great, man. And thank you. That said, now I can't remember if you and I talked about this. I can't remember if you and I talked about this off the air, but about how there was also some rumors, some conjecture that she may not even be playing a villain. She may not be playing a cameo. She might even be getting her own damn movie. Yeah. Now one of the prospects that was brought up was a character by the name of Elsa Bloodstone. Mm-hmm. Which, I was like, okay, all right, I could see that now. Theoretically, Elsa Bloodstone, if I am remembering Marvel Comics continuity correctly, is British. Which is, it's a little different. A little different from Rebecca Quinn's actual place of origin, but I mean, that's not to say that it can't be shifted or changed, or she can't affect an accent and play a British person. I don't know. Usually what Marvel will do is they'll just be like, you know what, screw it, man. Just change that shit. They'll do like what they do with the Ancient One. They'll just change that shit. Ain't nobody gonna notice. But for those who are not familiar, and here, you know what, I didn't come prepared for this one. I probably should have. Here, y'all know me. I love to have visual aids. Love to have visual aids ready for you at a moment's notice, just so you can see all the great, wonderful goodness that I see. But yeah, for those who are not familiar, basically she's a monster hunter. She has run in circles with characters like Blade, Iron Fist, Ghost Rider, lots of different characters. Matter of fact, the picture I'm looking at one of the pictures I'm looking at right now that I'm about to pull up, she's actually hanging with Deadpool of all people. But here, let's see if I can blow this up a little bit and get y'all a taste. But yeah, there she is right there. That's Elsa Bloodstone. She's usually always rocking the dual shotguns, dual shotties, because, why not? Her brother had recently been popping up in the Excalibur series. Cullen, I believe is his name, who is a weirdo in his own right, but Elsa Bloodstone, she's a very interesting character. I can dig it. If that is the case, I'd be perfectly fine with her playing that character. I can't really think of anybody else though. Like outside of like villains. Like outside of it, like when I think about a hero, I'm having a difficult time thinking of characters that that she could play. I know some people, though, I've seen some lists where people brought up characters like Firestar, but let's be fair, they only brought that up because Firestar is redhead.
Bloodstone would be a good pick just because she is basically that character, because Bloodstone was more so the Marvel equivalent of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Right, yes.
So full independent ass-kicking woman that could handle her own, didn't really need anyone else to do it, So, but I mean, that would be cool just to have a next wave character on the big screen. Just going back to villains real quick, I think one villain to where you could kind of insert something else that they're wanting to do in the cinematic universe, I think would be Deathbird. Just because it's an X-Men villain. But there was, I cannot remember what issue that was for the life of me, but Deathbird ended up coming to Earth, and the only person who could throw those hands on her was Carol Danvers. So that would be one way you could keep Captain Marvel in there as a heavy, but at the same time, you could incorporate the X-Men to it.
I can see that. And I mean, let's be fair here. I didn't see the Marine 6, so I can't vouch for Miss Lynch's The Man. I can't vouch for her on an acting level. as far as on screen. I can't vouch for that. However, she plays a character on live television week in and week out, and she plays that character even in public and on social media, and she's really good at it. So if you gave her a character like case in point, Elsa Bloodstone, Moonstar, other characters like that, I could believe it, because I believe that when Becky Lynch comes out to the ring every night with that belt thrown over her shoulder, and she's on the mic, she is money, she makes me believe. I'm like, dude, she's a badass. I just believe it. Yeah, she's a badass. Of course she is. Why would I think differently? And she owns it. So that's why I'm kind of the mindset that whatever they give her to do, they don't just pick people willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could pick any wrestler. This isn't like the only reason I would be concerned with this pick is if it was Charlotte Flair. Like, if the rumor came out that Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter, the Nature Boy's daughter, was being cast in a Marvel movie, I would immediately go, that's a Vince move. Vince angled for that. Vince McMahon angled for this heifer to be in the damn Marvel Cinematic Universe so he can get that money. Yeah. And that's what I would believe. But because this is Becky Lynch, I'm like, okay, no, this is not a Vince move. She got this on her own merit. She's a star. Whether you're a wrestling fan or not, I challenge you. Go look up some of Becky Lynch's recent promos. Look up, now I'm gonna go ahead and be brutally honest with you. Is she the best wrestler in WWE? God, no. She is not the best wrestler, but is she a good wrestler? Yes, she's a very good wrestler. Do I think there are women who are more talented than her when it comes to actual wrestling ability? In WWE, of course, I would say there's over a dozen. But and hell, don't even get me started on outside of WWE. She would barely crack the top 50 of current stars right now. But when it comes to being on the mic, dude, she's in the top. Yeah, and that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for wrestling ability to play Elsa Bloodstone or Screaming Mimi or whoever the hell. Titania, whoever the hell. Whoever she plays, we're looking for someone who can actually sell me on the character. And honestly, I would be here for it. Matter of fact, we know, okay, you know what? I'm calling it right now. I'm willing to gamble that, this is me, y'all know me, if I have the book, I'm taking the book right now. If I book this, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. I guarantee you, she's going to pop up in Blade. If she is playing Elsa Bloodstone, if she is playing Elsa Bloodstone, she's going to pop up in Blade, and then she'll eventually be in her own movie. I'm calling that shit right now.
That would be so legit, but I don't want to get excited.
Look,
her character, with her being cast, again, this is all rumored, but that character, I named off a villain that I could see her doing, but at the same time, I would want her not even to be a good guy, but just somewhere in that midline, man, because her character in the WWE, she is able to emanate so well. She can fuck anyone up. No problems. It's not a good guy thing or a bad guy thing. So her being Elsa Bloodstone would be a good look. But again, I don't want to get excited because that would be gay stuff.
Dude. Well, okay. Because here's my thing. For those who are not familiar with Becky Lynch, everyone, I think, whether you're a wrestling fan or not, you probably at the very least know who Stone Cold Steve Austin is. And basically, the way they have booked Becky Lynch in WWE, that's basically what she is. She's essentially the female equivalent of Stone Cold Steve Austin. If Stone Cold Steve Austin was a woman, it would be Becky Lynch. She has the same attitude. She has the same don't trust me demeanor. Don't trust anybody. She will, because she's not a good guy. And she's not a bad guy. She just does whatever the hell she wants. And I'm here for that. I'm totally here for that. But let's see here. Oh, I got one right here. Darth AV Rebirth coming through with the $4.99 super chat. Says, if we looking at villains, I can see her as Star from the recent-ish Captain Marvel run, the fake hero trying to trash Carol. And you know what? I can see that too.
I didn't actually think about that.
Yeah, I can see that. Actually, I even posited when I did a video on that run. Actually, a video on that particular storyline. And I do remember even going as far as saying that I could see this being adapted into the MCU. Playing off of the real life fake outrage about Carol Danvers, playing into that and using that to catapult a movie even further, I would be totally 1000% behind it if they actually did that on the silver screen. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, I want to see Rogue come in. I want to see Rogue come in and take her damn powers and shut her up. And it's like, no, I don't want to see that. I don't care about that.
Why would you want that?
Because they're mad. They're just mad. Like, it's really weird. I always find it funny that people get upset at like one of the things I always hear people say, like, you get on these comic book groups on Facebook and elsewhere, and there's always like someone angry, salty that Rogue doesn't have the powers that she had in the 90s, not even thinking about the fact that she wouldn't have those powers if not for Carol Danvers, and more importantly, that she stole them. Like, people always like, people clown other characters like, oh, you know what, screw it. We're actually going to talk about this one. I'm actually going to make time to talk about this one. I'm actually going to make time to talk about this shit because I know it's coming up. So right now we know that there reportedly is an Ironheart. There's an Ironheart series in development at Disney Plus. And one of the things that always comes up about Ironheart, people are like, oh, she's a thug. She stole her powers. She stole equipment from people at the university. That's how she made her damn Iron Man suit. She's a thief. Meanwhile, people applaud Rogue for stealing her powers from who was at the time Miss Marvel. And it's like, you gotta keep that same energy, baby. You gotta keep that same energy for me. You doing too much. You doing too much.
People aren't even thinking about what they're saying from a film standpoint, because the Rogue that we have on the screen last was Anna Paquin. I don't want to see Anna Paquin trying to run the fade on Brie Larson. I don't want to see that. You know how gross that sounds? Anna Paquin could just come out of nowhere and just run your shit, Danvers. Like, what?
Wait. You mean tell me you aren't down to see Sookie Stackhouse?
No.
Runneth thy fade on the woman who tried to save her son from captivity?
I would rather see the cat that took Nick Fury's eye rob Carol Danvers and have Anna Paquin come out here in these streets.
Oh God, not Goose. But yeah. While we're on the topic though, I just thought that was something very interesting. But yeah, since I brought it up, I'll talk about it because there's not really a whole lot to say. We don't really know a whole lot. But Ironheart, this is something that's been talked about for a while. This is not even really like news per se. There's a lot of things that actually popped over the past few days. It's like, dude, this isn't news. This is technically stuff that you just assume was going to happen. But Ironheart has actually been rumored to be in active development for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, specifically for Disney Plus, alongside Miss Marvel, which makes sense. I have been saying for a while that I know a lot of people talk about the Young Avengers. I think the Champions are what the MCU is building towards. Or maybe like some amalgam of the two, because they like to do that type of stuff too. Like, instead of just having the Young Avengers, they'll or just the Champions, they'll put the two together and probably just call them the Champions, or they'll put them together and they'll just be the Avengers going forward for however long. Because that's just what they do. But basically, what they're like, there's no actress, there's no writer, there's no director. And honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock this out real quick because this is just like a very quick 1-2 punch. Nova is also in active development right now, supposedly. That it is something that Kevin Feige and the heads at Marvel are also working on actively. So don't be surprised if anything Nova related comes out in the next like year or two. Not saying actually is out, but just like news. We also know the She-Hulk. She-Hulk has wrapped on the writing side of things. So we know that basically She-Hulk is ready to roll as far as like filming. And we know that WandaVision has wrapped filming and visual effects. So that means it's pretty much good to go. More or less. And if I'm not mistaken, I know that Falcon and Winter Soldier, they're resuming, or will be resuming, filming here very shortly. So that will probably maybe make its deadline. I don't know. But those are just some things that, just kind of came up in, just in the last like few days. It's like not even really like actual stories. It's like it's stuff. This is just stuff It's not even a whole lot there. But kind of going back to the Becky Lynch thing, and how I feel about that. Make it a thing. I think wrestlers make good actors most of the time. Most of the time, not every time, but more often than not. but the thing is, it takes a special wrestler. Like that wrestler has to already have charisma. And by charisma, I mean like The Rock. And honestly, Becky Lynch is the only wrestler right now on that level in WWE. At least.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Because how many wrestlers are out there who have that level of charisma like The Rock? There aren't many. Yeah. So I mean, I'm here for it. If it's actually going down,
I feel like you have to preface that by saying you're not saying that Becky Lynch is better than The Rock.
Right. Let me retract that. PSA. Becky Lynch is not a better actor or wrestler or promo or any of that than The Rock. I'm just saying that she's the closest you'll get for a long time. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, man, my guy Nick in here. Oh, just to give a heads up, we do actually have, we're still doing not extra live. St. Jude Play Live. I get all my wires crossed. But my guy NSA Jose is going live right now. So if you have time, make sure to go swing by. Drop the link in there. Is going to be, somebody else is about to drop in this. So I want to drop it twice. But it's going to be twitch.tv/NSA. That's the letters NSA. And then Jose, which is Jose. Go check him out. We're gonna be we're raising money for the children's. I did my stream the other day. It was awesome. We played The Forest. We were wilding out. It was great. We raised was $725. $725 for the kids. And yeah, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. So yeah, make sure when you have time, go swing over by there, check it out. Good times. Let's see here. Let's move it all along. Let's move it all along. We have got. Ooh, man, what else do we got? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I see we got 82 people in here.
Hey.
And you know what I need? What I'm gonna need from you? I don't want to ask.
He's going to ask though.
I don't want to ask it, but you know what? I'm gonna need you to hit that damn like button. Hit that damn like button and send it up to the stratosphere. I want YouTube to know we're live. All right. Let's do it. Okay. You know what? Real quick, too. Oh, man. I didn't think about this either before we move on. Because we actually did have some recent deaths.
Yeah.
And I don't want to trivialize any of it, but I do want to say, first and foremost, rest in peace, Little Richard. Died at what, 86?
86. He lived a hell of a life.
Yeah, that's and we don't know the circumstances. So I'm not going to speculate. I think it was probably just natural causes.
Yeah, from everything that I've read, it was just him, peaceful, at home, which is really all you could ask for.
Yeah. No, that is the only. I mean, honestly, if you're gonna go, that's the way. Also, do want to send out some I hate saying thoughts and prayers because I really don't like that saying, but at least when it's most often used. But I do want to send positive energy towards his family. Also, the family of Roy Horn of Siegfried and Roy, who apparently has passed away. His death was actually related to that bitch Carol fucking Baskin. And y'all know what I mean when I say that. But yeah, that I think that's awful. For those who don't know Siegfried and Roy, they were a magician duo for years, as far back as I think even as far back as the 80s. And then, of course, I'm not trying to... I know some people will be like, oh, he's getting political! He's gonna get political! Oh, God, I can't stand it when Blerd gets political. But I also do want to send some positive energy and vibes towards the family of Ahmaud Arbery, because that shit's messed up. And if you aren't angry about it, you should be. So that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to go into a rant or anything, but just know it's not something that I'm not thinking about. Let's talk about something positive. Okay, so Marvel Studios right now, they are developing lots of projects. They have a lot of fingers in a lot of pies. However, Marvel isn't the only one who is trying to make some universes happen. They're not trying to expand. They're not the only ones trying to expand universes. We know Sony is always trying to expand their universe as well. Remember their Spider-Man. What was the name of their cinematic universe again? What was it?
Don't make me say that.
It was the Spunk. That's what it was. It was Spunk. God, it's a dumb name. Anyway, Carter, let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
If you were given the opportunity, if Sony Pictures came to you and said, Carter, man, what would get you to come out to the movie theater that would be Spider-Man related? Like what would get you to come to the movie theater and just be like, man, I just want to spend $20 on a movie ticket and some overpriced popcorn?
Well, seeing as how they already, piggybacked on Marvel when you have Michael Keaton in the Mobius trailer, just call it the Marvel Cinematic Universe with just an asterisk in the corner real quick. Just another film from Sony in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
There you go. That's what you do.
Yeah, I do.
That's what you do. Well, apparently they're not taking your advice.
They can be real petty with it and just put, Sony Pictures in the Marvel font.
Dude, people would fall for that shit. It's a Marvel movie. No, by the way, thank you. Corey Scott Johnson came through with another super chat. Thank you with the $2 super chat. Says, look, spirit bomb that super chat for the kids. Thank you, my guy. Thank you. One thing I do want to say is, what Sony is doing is they're going to make more Spider-Man movies. Now, this one is a little closer to something I would say, okay, I might actually jive with this, is that Sony is preparing, supposedly, to make a Spider-Man 2099 movie or series for Disney Plus, and this will actually go through Marvel Studios, supposedly. We'll see. I have no hope. But basically what they're doing is that Marvel and Sony are basically trying to work on their relationship with I I guess with each other, like working on more projects together. You know, last week it was rumored that the Black Cat and Silver Sable series or movie or whatever the hell it is this week that they were developing at Sony was now going to be moving over to Disney Plus and be co-developed with Marvel Studios, kind of like, I guess, teasing that they're going to do more joint projects together. And not just like, you know, well, yeah, we do Spider-Man together, but that's it. No, they're now kind of teasing, hinting at the idea that, yeah, they're going to be doing more and more together. And if this is the case, they supposedly will be developing a Spider-Man 2099 series for Disney Plus. And this actually comes by way of Mikey Sutton from his Geekosity Facebook group. I usually like to let y'all know how I feel about certain sources, as I tell you about the story. I'm not very familiar with Geekosity. I cannot vouch for their batting average when it comes to this sort of thing. If it was MCU Cosmic or I'm blanking on another one. But yeah, if it was, you know, anyone else, I'd probably been like, that sounds like money. But I don't know. I'm hesitant. But basically what Sutton says is Spider-Man is coming to television. It just won't be Peter Parker. I received a phone call earlier this evening letting me know that a Spider-Man 2099 live action show has been discussed for Disney Plus. In other words, this will be a Sony Marvel Studios collaboration if it is greenlit, with Kevin Feige manning the controls, which that is the best possible outcome. That is the greatest timeline right there. You witnessed it right here. When Doctor Strange was seeing all the 14 million some odd, you know, different possible outcomes.
Yeah,
this is the one.
It's why I'm scared the most, because it might be that one of those 14 million that was just like, you thought, psych. So
okay, let's be clear, because I feel like maybe some people don't know who Spider-Man 2099 is. To understand, yes, Miguel, who, man, he was like peak 90s Spider-Man. Like, I mean, the guy had talons on his fingers. The dude had the webbing hanging off his back so he could glide. I mean, other than that, he was basically He was like edgelord Spider-Man. And of course, you know, as the name would imply, he is the Spider-Man of the year 2099. I'm just like, wow. That was a time. That was a time. But I like Spider. Of the 2099 characters, he's one of the few I actually like.
One of the few that was good and well written.
Well, look, I'm okay, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, he was probably okay, real quick. How many? Okay, so we had Spider-Man, there was Doctor Doom, there was Punisher. Yeah, Punisher. X-Men. There was X-Men. What was there another one? I remember there being 4 books.
There was a Ghost Rider.
There was Ghost Rider. Okay, I remember half-ass liking Punisher for a couple of issues. I didn't read it past, I think, 2 issues.
I think in that universe, he was just an outright villain. He was just an outright nut job.
Yeah, I remember thinking like, dude, this Punisher is off the chain. God damn. I said, somebody bring this guy in. I didn't read as much Doctor Doom either. I think I read about maybe a couple of issues of the Doom 2099. I read a little more of X-Men 2099, but I just couldn't get with it. And I obviously forgot about Ghost Rider, so clearly I didn't read that one. Or at least if I did, it wasn't memorable to me. But yeah, Spider-Man, I think was, he was probably the better one.
I think throughout the character's run, it's been Peter David throughout all of it, no?
I think so. I think you're right. I think you might be right.
The same hands in that cookie jar, so I would be. I mean, the only thing about this story is just that I feel like making it live action is a bad move. because I think that there would be so much more money if you keep it like Into the Spider-Verse. Because if you keep it as Into the Spider-Verse, with the talks of an Ironheart thing being legit, like being, realized, I think you would have a lot more money going towards Sony if they were able to make some kind of deal with the champions, with you incorporating Miles into that, and then you could have, even if you couldn't, you could have 2099 there. So I just think it'd be safer for Sony to stick with what is good that they've done so far, instead of putting their hands on another live action Spider-Man, even if it is on Disney Plus.
Oh God. Lord. Oh wait, hold up. Hulk 2099.
That was a thing.
That was a thing. That was actually I don't know how I blanked on that, but yeah. That was a thing. That was a thing. Oh, good Lord.
That does not look like a Hulk. That is not what that is.
Yeah, no. God, no.
Like Savage Dragon, real quick.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? Wait. Who wrote it? Was it Eric Larson? Was it Eric Larson? Did he do it? Well, wait. Was Eric Larson on deck for this one? Look, now I gotta look it up. I have to look it up now. I'm sitting here. Wait a minute. Wait, Hulk.
No, it looks like it was Gerard Jones and Dwayne Turner.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Oh,
I don't care what you say.
God, this is so ugly. Okay, I'm gonna share this because I want I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to know I'm not lying. I want y'all to understand I'm not lying to you guys when I'm showing you this stuff. Hold on, wait a minute. Where's a solid picture of this guy? I want y'all to see this shit. Hold on. That's that motherfucker right there. What in the hell? This looks like Hobo Hulk. Look. You know what they did? Hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, sure. Just change it up a little bit. This dude's got the hairiest back.
It's Albert. Oh my goodness.
Lord. I'm good. I'm good on that. I they can put that away. But that said, look, this look like a whole Venom Hulk. Actually, yes, he was in the Lego game. Kevin just pointed. He's like, yeah, Hulk 2009 was in the Lego game. I actually remember that, and I remember not using him. Look, let me tell y'all something. First off, if we're gonna talk about Hulks, make mine Immortal Hulk or bust. I don't want nothing else. If it ain't Immortal Hulk, I don't want it. Put that on Disney Plus. But yeah, basically, yeah, I don't know. I have no hope for I've got no hope for this. I don't think this is gonna happen. I think this is I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think this is bullshit. I'm not trying to say that the person who said it is full of shit. I'm just saying I don't think this is real. I'm not trying to call him a liar, but I guess, yeah, technically I kind of am.
If it's real, if it's animated, I have faith. But it being live action on Disney Plus and it's Kevin Feige, so many perfects in one game.
Well, okay, so if it's me, right. I say introduce him in the next Spider-Verse movie. We already got the cameo in the end credits with Spider-Man, 2099. We already got that. Oscar Isaacs came in and took care of that. He voiced the character for 2 seconds. Just bring him back. Have another, like when you have the Spider-Verse sequel, we already know we're going to have, all the players return. We know that Spider-Gwen, Spider-Ham, Peter B. Parker, Spider-Man Noir, Penny Parker. We know all those characters are coming back. And of course, we've already got confirmation that one of my personal favorite Spider-Man, Spider-Man, is going to be present. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, that was the live-action Spider-Man from Japan who had the mecha, who had the giant mech Leopardon. Which, yeah, I always like telling people this little bit of trivia, which most people don't know this. But if not for Spider-Man, you would not have Power Rangers. At least not the way that you know them. Because he introduced giant mechs into your typical Tokusatsu shows. Before that, there were no mechs. And after him, there were mechs. So there you go. That's how you got your Megazord. You can thank Spider-Man, the emissary from hell. That shit was just too stupid. That dude was always called himself the emissary of hell, and I was just like, dude, why? You're Spider-Man. You're supposed to be Peter Parker. You go to school. But yeah, man, I just think it's crazy. I see, look, Darth AV already the vibes. The emissary from hell, yes. I'm always happy when people know what I'm talking about. No shade. That said, I don't know why it's tickling me so much. You know what? Here, let me see what else we got here. I'm kind of going through these stories. I'm just like, I'm deleting them as we go. You know what? Hey, you know what, Carter? Let's talk about this real quick before we have to switch gears for a second. Let's see here. Get rid of that. Did you hear about what happened on Amazon regarding the New Mutants?
No, I didn't. Could you please give me some insight?
I will. So apparently, Marvel's New Mutants may be getting a VOD release because somebody at Amazon fucked up. So, this is almost like when Canadian Walmart fucks up video game announcements. Basically, yeah, Amazon added and then removed a pre-order option for the New Mutants. Basically, going on to say that it doesn't have a planned release date. We don't know when it's going to come out. The whole, everything that's going on right now, just put all that on hold. However, the Trailer Track's Anton Volkov recently, which just that sounds like a wrestler. He recently discovered that the movie was made available for pre-order on Amazon Prime Video. There was no release date, but they included the prices of $25.99. That's USD, and then $13.99 in pounds in the UK. Now, they took that shit down quick, because it ain't there no more. Mm-hmm. But it's got people talking, like, is it actually just going to be released on VOD? Are they going to wait and put it in theaters? Was it some kind of a slip-up? I don't know. But, man, what do you think about this? What do you think about this, Beth?
Just release the damn thing at this point. I see here where it's just saying that they were going to put it in theaters, but then COVID happens. But you've been saying you were going to put it in theaters how many times now?
It's been pushed back multiple times.
No, I think it's really to the point where even these actors and actresses were just like, they either will or they won't.
Right.
Because a lot of them for a while, they were wondering why the film was in limbo. A lot of them were really excited for, you, myself, and everyone else to see this film. So the fact that it hasn't, I think all of them, for the most part, are just like, well, fuck it. I got my check. Just, yeah. But how a lot of these films are, they're all going to vibe with Bad Boys and Fast and Furious and what have you. Mm-hmm. At this point, I think it would be a really good look, because there are still quite a few people that want to see this film, myself included.
Oh yeah, I'm interested. I'm here for it.
You know, I think that at this point, what's stopping you from doing that? I think when they accidentally got put on Amazon, just fucking drop it already.
Dude, you know what I want you to do? Drop that shit the way Nintendo Direct does. Be like, oh, hey, by the way, you can watch it right now. Well, you didn't watch the trailer. You're like, oh man, when does this come out? Oh, it comes out right now.
Just turn that negative into a positive and just, well, they fucked up, but I mean, let's see how much we can get off of this. Just drop it.
Right. And man, I'm just done. I'm just done. Just put it out. I don't, because at this point I don't even really care. At this point I don't even rightfully give a damn. Just put it out. I'm clearly going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm clearly going to watch it. So let's just go ahead and put it out and be done with it. One thing I do want to say is that as far as I mean, at this point, people are wanting entertainment. And honestly, there are probably going to be more people who are going to see that movie during this particular quarantine than they probably would have had they just released it during any other time. Because I honestly don't feel like that movie was going to draw at the theater. I don't think that movie was going to draw at the box office. Let's just be real. This movie has a better chance.
That's why I see now, not to cut you off, but I see opinion is saying in chat that it's best just to release it as a straight-to-home video movie. That would be terrible. That would be, no one would, like, it would make a hell of a lot more money getting put on VOD through rentals than just putting this on a Walmart shelf somewhere.
Yeah, no.
People have only seen trailers of this, so we're going off of that, and we're going off the people that we see in this film. So just telling me to spend, $30 and take it to the house, nah, big dog. Skip.
Nope.
We spend this $4 or $5, rent it. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it was only $5. So I think VOD is the best place right now. So I think this was a bad good thing for New Mutants with how everything is right now. So I think VOD would be the best route.
Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. I guess we got guest waiting in the wings. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and switch gears. So we do have some guestesses that are gonna be coming on here very shortly. Carter, thank you for sitting here with me. And if you can, please stick around because I'm gonna bring you back on once we have talked with our guest.
Yes.
And I will ping you when the time has come. Or if you're just in the chat, you'll know. All right, Carter, I will see you back on here in just a minute. All right, brother.
Right, brother.
All right. Let's see here. Let's switch it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be bringing on some special guests. Some special guestesses. Let me see. I saw one of them was in the chat right now. So here, let me go ahead and get these guys pulled up. And let's see here what we got. Here, let me add and all right, here we go. Done. All right. Y'all are kind of seeing how the sausage is made here a little bit. Here, let me call these guys in. Oh. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, doing good. Here we're bringing everybody in. Here I still got one more we got to add on here. Let's see. Yep, there he is. Let me get him added on. Somehow I did not add him in when we were doing this. Let's see here. Oh, what? It says he is unavailable.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Well. Here, let's try him again. Let's see. I know he's in the chat because I literally just saw him say something. All right, there he is.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? All right. Here, let me switch some gears up here. And I guess do we get Sean? Oh, wait. Here, wait, I got some audio. Ooh, got some echo going on here. Here, double check. I want to make sure. Oh, wait, it went away. We're good. Okay. Disco. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have with me right now, by the way, gentlemen, say hello to the audience, real quick for me. We've got some special guests in the building.
Hello, audience.
I've got on the left here, I have got Mr. David Rucker with me. How you doing, guys? Those of you are familiar, I've actually had him on before. Good guy. But also with me, this is for the first time, this is Behringer Fox Wingard with me on the right. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Looking forward to chatting. Yeah.
Now,
Nice t-shirt, Dave.
Yeah, you like that?
hey, that looks familiar. I've seen that before somewhere.
I like it.
Now, real quick, I'm trying to see. Did we get Sean? Is Sean gonna be joining us? I thought I added him in. Here, let me double check again. Let me see if I can get him back in here. There we go. Let's see. Maybe we'll see if we can catch him back in. I know time zones are weird. They're spoopy, as Discord often likes to say. Let's see. Hopefully we get him joined in here in just a sec. If not, we'll try. Oh, wait, there it is. There he is. Here, actually. Here, let me drop this. That way the good people can see. Now we got Sean Aline with us. How are you doing?
Please.
Sean, always making an
Listen, I'm alive. I woke up. I'm blessed.
Now,
you see what I'm dealing with here?
Hey, it's okay. Hey, like I am of the same mindset as Sean. Hey, he woke up. He's alive. He's blessed. Hey, it's okay. It's perfectly okay. I'm fine with it. we do this stuff live. This is how live works. You just get it. You just get her done. So real quick, I want to now once again I want to say that now we got everybody here. I feel like we can do proper introductions. So just in case we have anybody that literally just hopped in, I've got on my left, I got David Rucker with me. Once again, was on the show before, and is a what I would probably say is probably as close as one can get to having a brother who is not born of the same mother as you. David and I have had many conversations, about various and sundry things. A lot in common, a lot of similar. Despite not growing up anywhere near one another, very similar upbringings, all that good stuff. And like I said, just awesome dude. And then of course on the top up here on the top right, I've got Behringer Fox Wingard with me. And then this is first time on the Blerd Cave, and also first time on the Blerd Cave. On the bottom right, Sean Aline. Now, gentlemen,
What's up?
y'all have this awesome comic that I had the pleasure of checking out. And that is Decimation Earth, which went to Kickstarter, got funded, is just really awesome. Just a very kind of this dark, kind of futuristic Arkham horror Cthulhu vibe style story. And I'm the horrible pitch man, but I wanted y'all to take opportunity to kind of tell the audience about Decimation Earth for those who are the uninitiated.
So, I would describe Decimation Earth as a collision of Lovecraft meets steampunk meets Blade Runner. That's the way I would describe it. It's dark, it's gritty, and for the most part, I think it leaves the reader wanting for more. You have 3 different time periods that this story happens in. Prehistoric, early 1920s, 30s, and 300 years in the future. And each of the time periods is very dark. It's very mysterious, is what I would say.
Now, for those who are not familiar with that type of subject matter, like when you start getting into like some of the kind of like the those kind of elements, which are a lot of some of my favorite things, which is why I like Decimation Earth, is a big cyberpunk guy. Love cyberpunk, love that vibe, love the whole kind of that futuristic setting, the kind of dirty, grimy, but yet still in some ways sophisticated kind of vibe. But just like it has a kind of messy feel to it. And then you're mixing that with some of those cosmic ancient horrors, and just a lot of the visuals and the imagery that kind of comes with that. Now, last time when we had you on, David, we kind of talked a little bit about some of the some of the designs and stuff like that. But we didn't, of course, we didn't have the artist with us to kind of go over some of that with us. I wanted to get some input from Sean and Barrington about about some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like what kind of what kind of stuff inspired some of some of these looks?
Well, first off, I want to say I'm a big fan, brother.
Oh, thank you.
It's kind of surreal, like seeing your videos and now being here on the show. So thanks for this opportunity.
Oh, anytime. Thank you.
Shout out to Dave. Hey, man, I'm honored. Shout out to Dave for allowing me to be on this project. And last but not least, this gentleman right here, who's so humble with his colors, made my little scribbles seem amazing. Yeah, man, Biff he's a genius. So I just want to say that first and foremost. But yeah, but the thing with this project for me is that I approach this first as a fan. So when you do work for hire, a lot of times, sometimes it's about, hey, I got to pay these bills, or is this going to be a chance for me to network with somebody else and take me to another level? But for this project with Decimation Earth, the cool thing about this was like I was a genuine fan. All the genres that Dave brought to me, I was like, this is going to be an amazing amalgamation. This is going to be an amazing combination. We got the steampunk, we got the superheroes, we got the dark gothic, we got the Cthulhu mythology. Everything was in there. So that was really got me stoked to try to really dive into these characters and do the best character designs I could. And that was what fueled the designs. It was basically how can I combine steampunk, superheroes, and Lovecraftian lore. So it was a challenge, but it was definitely one of the most. And I don't want to say this just because Dave's here, because he knows if something's garbage, I'll tell him, yo, bro, I'm not feeling that. So this is me being genuine when I said this was a lot of fun to try to tap into steampunk and Lovecrafting. So, I did some research. And then Dave being a writer, I picked his brain as far as like, well, what's the personality of these characters? What's their mission? What's their goal? All the things that go into character design. And we went back and forth. I did some sketches and threw those at him. And he has him and Barry they had a pretty clear vision of what they wanted. So it just so happened, I think that the creative process was probably, I would say, one of the easiest parts of working on this. Because everything kind of came together well. I don't know if you remember it differently, Dave, but I remember the process being really smooth.
Yeah, so for the most part with the character design, Sean and I had developed a collaboration. It's like I would give him enough room to work freely to design the characters, and then we would sit back and say, okay, too short, too tall, too big. We want this to be more steampunkish. Like for one of the characters that we designed, it was Gravestone. I simply gave Sean, hey, he wears a mask. He is able to generate electricity. Sean went and just created this phenomenal character with clockwork arms and everything. It was amazing. And then there was his one character he created, Thunder Beast, which is one of the characters that Sean is so fond about. Yeah, we kind of based that one off loosely of Panther of the Thundercats, and threw in a little bit of I don't know, Bane in there a little bit, and we designed Thunder Beast. So it was a pretty seamless process. There were times when Sean and I disagreed on certain ways certain characters look. But that's the beautiful part of this process, is that when you work with an artist, you and the artist have to develop a collaboration, and you have to trust each other, and you have to be able to let each other have freedom in the design of the characters, and it's kind of give and take.
Yeah, right. I agree. And I think when I came onto the project, a lot of it was, readily developed. I've been on for about 6 months now. And initially I just came on as kind of a consultant. But the fact that these guys had such a solid project, a good story, obviously beautiful artwork by Sean, it totally made sense. When Dave asked me to come on, I knew this was something we could turn into a beautiful project that people would really enjoy and connect to. And I agree with Sean when he says, Dave's concepts, they led the way, whether it be the Cthulhu aspect or a bit of the time travel, monsters, good guys versus evil. Like the fundamentals were already there. And for me to come in and just be able to paint on top of Sean's work and really pull Dave's story together, it just worked out, I think, for all of us. I think we knew once we were like 2 months in, it was all coming together and we were going to have something beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, and real quick, got a weird ring in the background. I'm not sure what it was.
I'm afraid that might be me. I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah.
Why don't I cancel out and you let me know if it goes away? And
yeah. I'll
need to step out.
I'll bring you back in. Here, let's see.
All right, I'll just end the call now and then let me know what happens.
Okay. Here, let's see if we still got it. We got one of y'all give me some volume. Let me see what's
mic check.
Let's see. Sean, give me
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah. Y'all are good. Yeah, so it was something going on with Biff. So I don't know. Not sure what that was. Here, but I'm gonna bring him back in real quick. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see what's going on. Here, let me let's get that out of the way. I don't need that. There. There we go. Let's see what happens now. Here, let's see. It sounds like some kind of like feedback. Like a weird feedback loop is what it sounded like. Let's see. Let's see if it pops back in. Here. But real quick, what I do want to show, David, you had sent me a little video that I wanted to kind of play for the audience.
Yeah,
right quick.
Yeah, it's a promo video that one of my buddies, my old Marine Corps buddy, put together for us real quick, and we sent it over. We thought it was pretty good, but we wanted to share and get a lot of feedback on the video and help promote the book.
Here, let's go ahead and pop that video real quick. I'm gonna throw this up, and yeah, everybody can kind of see, kind of get a little, I guess, kind of get a visual taste. We'll also show some. I'll be showing some images here too, here in just a moment of the comic. Yeah, just so y'all can kind of see a little more of what's going on here. Here, let's put it on this side. Yeah, let's put it over here. All right, here. It looks like whatever it was, it went away.
I shut down every electronic I have in my room.
Okay.
We're good to go.
that sounds about right. It's usually like some kind of like, it's usually like a feedback loop. It's usually like, that's what I thought it was. So yeah. So we're good. All right, I like it.
Sweet.
Okay, by the way, real quick before we move on any further, I got a $50 super chat for I Want a Mask Now. It says, grab your KN95 mask at I Want a Mask website. Use the code Blerd for 30% off. Make sure you go do that. Go buy that website. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the link to that. And by the way, thank you for that super chat, by the way. Here, let's see. Here you go. That is the website. Or did it? Actually, it didn't do. I didn't hyperlink it. That's why. There it is. Now it's hyperlinked. You should be able to click that now. Now we're gonna go ahead. Thank you again for that super chat. And like, remember, use the code Blerd, BLERD. You can get 30% off your mask. And like I said, don't go out without those things. Okay. Thank you again. And here we're gonna go ahead and show. Here, let's go ahead and show this little video. Here we are, and let's let her rip. All right, there you go. So that was the promo video for Decimation Earth. Just kind of give you an idea, like you hear that music, you get the visuals there, kind of puts you in the mindset of what it is that that you're going to be seeing in regards to that comic. Now, real quick. Now, I know we talked about this at length before, but kind of give us an idea, like some of the characters that you will see. You'll kind of journey with on this comic, if you could.
So you will begin in the prehistoric era, and you will meet one of the couple of the main characters there that'll be introduced during the prehistoric time, and then you'll jump forward to the early 1920s, 1930s, and you'll meet Howard Lovecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Howard Lovecraft and Professor Warren, as they're covering a mystery, and then you'll jump forward 300 years and you'll meet Gideon Quinn and Paris Maru. Gideon Quinn is a former Marine, now covert special ops officer, and Paris Maru is his partner. And so you'll join them on a mission that, as you go through the stories along the way, that connects back to Howard Lovecraft, connects back to the prehistoric age.
And now, and as far as like the I guess like just from the overall vibe, of the comic, just because there's all kinds of crazy stuff in this thing. There's all kind of crazy looking monsters. There's like a task force out there, all kinds of awesome stuff. One of the things that actually that kind of drew me in though was just like how kind of quickly everything kind of escalated. Like you got the setup in that first issue, kind of letting you know like what the stakes are, like what's happening, as far as your various characters. Like right here, I'm kind of showing off. We're actually showing off kind of what you were talking about a little bit, where the professor, they are coming across, I guess was like this kind of old like sarcophagus.
Yes, yeah.
And they're cracking it open. It's kind of roughly where you start getting introduced, to the levels of fuckery that are about to be afoot, for want of a better way, to put it. But I mean, it's a really cool story. It's something I thought was very interesting. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of the this kind of vibe. Now, kind of tell me a little bit about like the process that you guys went through. I know that Sean had kind of alluded that like y'all agree on some things, disagree on some other things, but like the collaborative effort overall, like working with like an artist who gets the vision, artist who gets with the writer is trying to put together, and and everything that entails. Like how long did it take y'all to like get it all like to get it to come together as one? How long did that take?
Well,
it was a while because I was slow as hell. I got you on this one, Dave. I know, okay. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm one of those people that I like to say where I went wrong, where how things could be different. I don't like those. We're gonna give you the real on here, right? Especially if I come on screen. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm going to pretend we all whatever. It took longer than stuff because of my schedule and holding back. So kudos to Dave. I always want to give gratitude to him and the whole team and Evolved Art and stuff for keeping me around and having me on this, man. It was definitely a learning experience for me too. But they had a pretty much a full on script, everything, and Dave and Barry, they plan to stay ahead. This isn't something that these guys are just kind of like doing for the sake of it, just kind of picking up willy-nilly. Like they had a whole structure. I'm almost scared of the amount of knowledge that's in Dave's head because he sent me some references for some creatures and some Lovecraftian things I never heard about. And I had to keep going back and saying, what is this? Is this real? Did you make this up, or is this based on the actual lore? So they have this whole rich, amazing world mapped out for these stories. So from that, I took, went over the script, broke it down. Now the thing was, and this isn't a slight to Dave or nothing like that. This is, his first comic book. So there were a few things, and once again, I told Dave this. This is a testimony to like his passion and just his heart. I've known guys for years that talked about doing a comic, but I never put nothing up. I'm sure some too, Biff, and I know that it happens. It happens for whatever reason, you know what I mean? But the thing with Dave is that so there were some things that I was like, oh well, this doesn't work. We might have to stretch this a little bit. Coming from a storytelling standpoint, from a person that I want to give the fans the most for their money. I don't want to just throw something out there on the shelves. And Dave will tell you this. There's times I said, yo, man, no, if we got to take the time to do these pages over, let's do the pages over. You know what I mean? And he was like, no, What are you talking about?
Well, hey, I gotta say, taking the long route was the way to go, because by the time I came on the book, a lot of the script, there's a lot going on in the script, but as far as dialogue goes, what you see in the book, it's minimal. And the big thing I took away from the way Sean interpreted Dave and Barry's story was to really take the time with the panels. Draw it out if necessary. Do everything you can to keep the story from feeling too rushed. And, when you've got, Sean's style of artwork with the, amazing angles, the cinematography, if you will, he really tells the story of the script in these panels. And that's why, for me, it was intriguing to come and be a part of this as well. And I've always kind of appreciated the concept of minimalistic dialogue, but really driving the point of the story home. And that is the initial draw I think you'll see when you read the first issue of the book.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of talking. There's not a lot of text in general in the book, but you know what's going on and you feel what the characters are feeling. And I think, to your point initially, it just kind of feels like the storyline, you are hit kind of quickly with the point of the book and where the characters are going, but it's also kind of a slow build at the same time, because you're looking at 3 separate stories coexisting in one single issue of a comic, which doesn't allow that many pages per each story in this initial book. But the fact that you do still feel like you're moving forward and you're left wanting more at the end, it really shows what the writing and the artwork has come together to bring and make someone feel. And I just, I'm glad to be a part of it. It's really fun for me, and I am so excited to work on book 2 right now.
Well, speaking on that real quick, Dave, if I could jump in real quick, I just want to highlight Biff, because one of the things I think is so important to emphasize about this book is the tone. You know what I mean? You can say that you want a dark steampunk. You can say you want Lovecraftian lore as much as you want, but to actually bring that to the paper, if it wasn't for Biff's incredible shading on this book, it would not look. I don't think this would garner half the attention that it's getting. You know what I mean? He has this beautiful painted tone on here that really added depth to the atmosphere of the book. You know what I mean? It looks moody. And I already have I like to have a gritty, detailed style to my work, and he complimented that perfectly. He didn't come in and say, "Oh no, we have to make this quote unquote pretty," you know what I mean, and gloss over it. It just gave it this really menacing tone that I think is and Biff is, as far as I can tell, Biff, you could speak on this more. I felt that you were working quickly. I don't know how long it took you for that part of the process.
For the most part, every page of your drawings took me about 8 to 12 hours to paint. So that's pretty fast, I would say. But when you have the fundamentals laid down in the pencil work, it's so much easier for me to go in and lay down lighting, if you will, lighting and sculptural modeling lighting onto these characters. So for me, it's actually been quite a pleasure. If Dave had presented me with the same book with a different artist, I'm going to be honest, I may not have decided to be a part of the book, but I saw the potential, and Sean's work is so crisp and clean and detailed. And like I said, that cinematography was there that I could take my entire film background and just progress with every single scene into how I felt that lighting should best work out, and, project that mood of this Cthulhu, dark, creepy vibe into the book fairly easily, honestly. So again, it's been it's great for me to work on and improve my skills. And one little side note, so it's I found myself on a couple frames drawing Sean's artwork. And, once you start painting over pencils, you can get ahead of yourself and just start putting down lines and drawing and painting and painting. And there were a couple circumstances where I would do the back and forth between Sean's original artwork and my painting. And I would feel that I lost something from that moodiness that Sean puts into his characters' faces, for instance. And I would literally have to take a step back, erase what I've done, and start again, just to make sure that I didn't lose that essence of what the character's feeling, what Sean's captured in that expression. And if anything else, it's been a great training exercise for me as a painter, just to work on someone else's work.
And this is why I got a huge Corona-free hug for you, Biff, next time I see you, right? I've had other people, I've had a ton of artists, colorists paint over my stuff, right? Color over my work. And some of them have been artists in the sense of pencilers as well, right? And I noticed for those people, when they're finished, my art doesn't look like my art. It looks kind of similar, but they went in and was like, oh, well, this is how I would draw it. And with you, I noticed I could still look at it and be like, yo, this looks amazing, but I still see me. You know what I mean? So thank you for that.
That is what I feel like I needed to do to represent what you've done, because it's too beautiful to just leave it in the background. I'd like to think that when people see the illustration, the final illustrations, they can see both your art and my art combined. And I guess that's the goal when you got a team, right? You know, let's do something together.
Yeah, and I would like to add to that, assembling this team has been an amazing process. I mean, it was a 20-year journey to get this script to where it was. And I give kudos to Biff and Sean and Barry, because when I wrote the first script, it was 60 pages. So, and it was Biff, Barry, and Sean that came to me and said, yo, hey, we got to cut this thing in half, because if we don't, we'll spend another 2 years getting it done. But it was an amazing journey, because Barry came in, he's an actor, a director, and a playwright. He came in as my co-writer, and we started, I had already written like 6 or 8 scripts total, and we started going through it, connecting it, and refining it. I met Sean at a local Comic-Con here, Charlotte, HeroCon. Him and I had been going back and forth, and I knew if I could find a project, I wanted Sean. An opportunity came about where I got Sean. Biff, it must have been the stars aligned or whatever, but him and I bumped at another Comic-Con and ended up going out to dinner with some friends, and I asked him to do a cover for me. Next thing you know, he's like, hey, let me paint. And so with the level of talent behind this book, I think we're going to be very successful. I mean, if you think book 1 draws you in, then you are in for a surprise in book 2. And we keep ratcheting it up and ratcheting it up and ratcheting it up. I mean, there is no lull in the beat. We keep pushing and pushing and pushing with this story. And it's a 12-chapter story. And what I mean by a 12-chapter story, that doesn't mean that's 12 books. It's 12 chapters that's going to span through however many books it takes to get to the end. So it's just beautiful. I mean, even writing this, some of the characters just came alive and took over the story. And you know which one I'm talking about, Ernie.
Oh, yes.
You know, and Sean even shaking his head because Sean drew her. I mean, and she's right here. She's right here.
Yeah.
You know, and when we first did this, I reached out to Ernie and sent him the full script, the full 60-page script. And the first thing he came back and said, yo, Paris is just running fades on everybody. So, yeah, so I think for the reader, if you're looking for something different, if you're looking for something that is like almost a movie, because with what Sean and Biff did, it does appear to be a movie. And I've had even people come to me since the book has come out and said, when are you going to turn this into the video game? Because it looks like and feels like an open world video game as well.
It looks like storyboards. The panels are they're created as if they were meant for a TV show or a film. However, we've broken them up into detailed panels in the manner that Sean laid them out. But we still treated how we described each one of those panels via pen and ink and painting, more like a storyboarding concept with the full lighting. So if you were to have actors go into these scenes, a director could kind of know where they want to take the book based on the panels that we've put out. And, you know, just on top of that, and I'm very proud of this too, and I hope everybody enjoys it, but I put a lot of heart and love into the overall design of the book. And I think that's what is going to take us to just this next level of being able to share our story. And, you know, my biggest highlight there is just working with the 3 different timelines and getting to play with designs based on past, present, if you will, and future. And I think it's come together really well. So I really hope everyone enjoys it.
Yeah.
Can I speak on that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a comic book fan. You know what I mean? I grew up on comic books. This is something that I always wanted to do. So let me tell you how sneaky Dave is, right? He didn't let me see the full book till it was laid together. So I was seeing the comic book as a fan. So I'm looking at he sent me a text, yeah, check your email, like how he likes to do. Just drop that on me, right? Check the email, open this up. I was like, I'm looking at my computer like, yo, that the little touches you did, Biff, with the little in between scenes and the little symbols. I was like, what? oh. So,
yeah, buddy, glad to hear it.
I want to say, like, I think people are going to love this because anything that gets me, and I don't know how you feel about this, Dave. I always heard create for yourself. If you feel good about something, if you're doing it from a pure sense of joy and something that you want to get out there to the people, not just for like money, if you enjoy it, people are going to like it. So
yeah. And that's the wonderful thing about this book. It's just like I am overjoyed with the way Biff and Sean and Barry and I have come together to create this book. I mean, this is a pretty solid team. I mean, if you pick up the book, go to the back of the book and look at Sean's background, look at Barry's background, look at Biff's background, and this is some serious talent in this book. I mean, we are here to stay, and we're going to go as far as we can with this book. As long as people want to read it, we're going to keep pumping it out. That's where we're at.
And the thing is, despite all the group of talent and whatnot, we could all say like, yay, we're amazing. We know what to do, blah, blah. The fact is the book is fun. When you sit down and read it, it feels fun, which just goes back to your point. It's like, do something you enjoy. And if you're enjoying it, it's going to turn out great. And I really think the group of us have made that happen. I hope everybody feels the same when they read the book.
I can personally vouch for that. When I read it, and even in its of course in its script format, enjoying it and kind of seeing the potential for what could happen there. But then like seeing the finished product and everybody's work brought together, kind of I guess for I guess kind of seeing it in and I guess maybe from a privileged perspective, because I've seen it in its various incarnations. Like I've seen it, just with just the writing. I've seen it with just with Sean's pencils. I've seen it with with the added shading and coloration by Biff. So like I've seen it in all his. I literally watched this comic form Voltron, so to speak. And it is. I gotta admit, by the time that I sat down, started reading, the first issue, kind of like you were saying, it flowed. Like it reminded me of like like if I was watching a TV show where there's multiple plot threads going on at once, and they're all kind of bleeding into one another to tell. To kind of give you a full narrative. By the time I got from the prehistoric stuff to where they open the sarcophagus, find the Necronomicon, and as it just kind of goes on, by the time I got to the end, I was like, okay, I'm ready for the next issue. Let's go. Let's get to this, because the story just flowed that well. And like I said, that is a testament to a lot of factors going off and just like landing perfectly. Like I said, just the way the book is laid out, the way like the way the writing is done, the way the art, all the art is depicted. It's a fantastic book. And once again, no different than, and matter of fact, I want to say the last time, David, when you were on with Barry, at that point, I want to say by that particular point, I think I had only seen the comic from the stage up until just like the pencils.
Right.
So like, and then and I loved it then. I love it even more now. Just seeing, just seeing how everything's come together. Now, my next question is going to be, what is the next step? Like, what kind of things do we have to look forward to as far as, not just so much even just with the story of the comic itself, but just like with production, like what are the next moves, or like is there anything we can talk about there?
I have a lot of painting to do. But I got to get on the ball right now. Yeah. But go ahead, Dave.
Yeah. Before I answer those questions, I just want to say for Barry and I, this has been a bittersweet moment for us because we both lost our mothers. I lost mine during the Kickstarter, and Barry lost his shortly after the Kickstarter was funded. So for both of us, this has been kind of therapeutic, and it's been kind of hard for both of us.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. So for me, I'm driving fully forward. We've got plans. Biff's got a lot of painting to do. Book 2 is now in his hands. Book 3 is already set up. It's all about getting the artist to work on book 3.
No shade or anything there. No.
And,
he just sent me designs this morning, bro. Like,
book 3 is already set up, and book 4 as well is set up. I mean, I think we're set up all the way to book 6, because each of the books I wrote were 60 pages, so we split them in half. So I think we're already set up to 6 or 7. So we're good there. It's all about getting an art. I think the next thing for us to do is we're going to start funding for book 2 on Kickstarter. I think that's going to be down in August or September timeframe when everything gets back to normal. And then we're also going to be moving to get book 1 into print. We already have it on Spinwiz Comics as a digital version. You can go to Spinwiz Comics and get it there. And then they'll have it exclusively for 2 weeks. And then we're going to move towards putting it on Comixology. And once we get on Comixology, we are going to take our time with this. We're going to see what happens. We're going to shop it around, see if anybody wants to pick us up. If no one wants to pick us up, we're going to drive for it and do this on our own. And then we'll let people come knock at our doors, and then we'll have a choice of who we want to go with.
I want to throw into that.
Go ahead.
I want to add to that. We've done 8 different variant covers for book 1, including some blank covers. So for anyone who's interested in getting either Sean or my own artwork, or maybe one of our other cover artists to do a custom drawing on one of these prints, let us know. We'll talk about numbers and figures and where we go from there. But it's really exciting. We're trying to push this in as many new directions as we can. And, I'm hoping we can even get this Kickstarter out sooner for book 2. Like, I'm making this my full-time job. I'm dedicated to this project, and I want it to be successful. And I think there is a lot we can do with this book. So, I look forward to book 2 coming as soon as possible.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. I got you, Biff. I'm on it. And and let me add to that. We've been kicking around ideas of like, hey, this possibly could be a video game. There's talk about doing podcasts with the characters, doing backstories with the podcast. Toys, animation, whatever comes down the road. That's further down the road, but we are looking to push this as far as we can, because Decimation Earth, it doesn't end with 12 chapters. I mean, the Lovecraftian world is an open world, open source, and you can play with it as much as you want. And the characters I've created, and Sean has brought to life, and Biff has brought to life, and Barry's helped bring to life, are characters that you can identify with, that can grow, that can, evolve into something more than what they are right now. And I think that's what's missing in comic books, is that the characters that you see, what Superman is. He's a Boy Scout. He's always going to, unless you give him some alternate iteration, Superman's always going to do good. Batman Batman's going to do something that doesn't make sense, but it always turns out to be good in the end. What you get with these characters are characters that make choices that not necessarily you would make, but they do it because of the situation they're in. And based on those situations, it changes the complexity of the story. So the way that we've designed it is that, you know, when you go watch a television show, you read a book, or you read a mainstream comic, you pretty much, after 3 or 4 pages or a couple shows, you kind of figure out where the show is going. With this storyline, of written it in a way, Barry and I have written it in a way, you don't know which way this story's going to go. You really don't. The only one who does is Ernie. He's the only one who knows, because he's read the first 2 books so far.
I'm not saying shit.
Please don't.
I'm not.
I'm just gonna say,
Leave some surprise.
Anybody who picks up book 1, just get ready to get a gut punch in book 2, because what you think is going on in book 1, book 2 is gonna gut punch you. That's pretty much.
And real quick, that's what I love about working on this project too, because you know, as much as I'm a fan of the big 2 and all these characters growing up, I've always gravitated more to the Image guys. I always felt like it was a case of, let's create new characters, let's create new worlds. And with Dave, with these, you know, having these new kind of characters, I think with his military background and stuff, I think he understands about. And he's an incredible writer. Like I don't think we touched upon that. You know, we said in general like how good the book is, but you know, Dave is bringing some nuances to these characters that I really appreciate. As once again, I'm pushing this as a fan. I want to see new characters. I want to see new stories. I want to see how people would behave in certain situations. And there's something about this too that one thing that Dave wanted to stress was diversity. And I know that's such like that's a word now that's just being toted around for the sake of it, I think. But you know, Dave saying, you know, coming to me and saying, yo, no, I want to showcase multiple ethnicities. You know what I mean? The new character designs he just sent me, we were discussing one of the characters as Native American, and we were like, well, we don't want it to be the cliche depiction of Native Americans that you see in comic books. So it's like, okay, this person has to fire arrows and they talk to the spirits and stuff. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's ridiculous, you know what I mean? And it's a shame that we need to have this conversation in 2020, but with people like Dave, that you know is willing to have these conversations. And are we adding to the problem, or are we doing something about the problem? I think that's important too for people to recognize.
And I want to add to that, Ernie. You said it early in one of your videos. I think it was the Monica Rambeau and Blue Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Where you have characters that are black, where you have characters that are minorities or something, that the majority of the time those people in the room who are writing those characters aren't necessarily a reflection of those characters on the page. And
right.
that is something I really wanted to do with these characters, is to reflect what they would actually say if they were sitting in the room with me, with actual conversations, how we react.
And I can back that up. Like this whole process working with Dave, I mean, most of the script, the dialogue, it was already there by the time I came onto the project. But as we completed finishing the painting and the drawings to move this book along, we kind of redid some of the dialogue, manipulated some things, and Dave's been totally open to, well, how do you feel this would come across? How would they phrase it? How do you want this to feel to those readers who are looking at it from any different background?
Right.
And you know, as subtle as it seems in any one little line in dialogue, in the big picture of the book, all of that matters. And I think you know, Dave especially has had a handle on wanting to keep in touch with society and just all of our different backgrounds. So I don't know, I think it's going to come together really well.
Yeah, and you know,
and I think it'll surprise people too, because as I said, I'm, you know, coming into this, there've been characters that I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm, you know, we talked about Thunder Beast earlier. I'm like, yo, I love this freaking guy. You know what I mean? We got to keep him around.
Dying.
Can't stand you, bro.
I'm joking. I love just a little background.
He doesn't know it yet, right? But
Yeah.
I'm doing a private spin-off with Thunder Beast. Like I'm just gonna do my own.
So
We all love Thunder Beast.
Yeah, this is a joke between Sean and I. So when he first drew Thunder Beast and I described it to him, and he sent it to me, I was like, Sean, now I gotta go back and rewrite the script because I was gonna kill Thunder Beast off in the third book. And Sean was just like, what? So yeah. And with everything they're saying is one of the things I did is I encourage everybody to read the author's note in the book, which explains their creativity and my mindset in creating this book. And I'm not going to go into detail on it because we don't have enough time, but I encourage you to read that author's note, which explains the concepts and the creativity of how I came about choosing Lovecraftian horror to go with superhero mythos and steampunk. And go ahead.
Yeah, and then there's characters that on that flip side that I've done that I'm like, well, this is a throwaway character, you know what I mean? But I still want to have like you ever watch anime and you could tell like who's going to get killed? You know, they're like the plainest person in the whole episode.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's dead. He's gonna die. I wanted each character to still look as amazing as possible. And there've been characters I've done that I'm like, knowing this person's going to die, and Dave will come back and be like, we're going to keep him. This guy looks amazing. I'm like, what? You want to kill the ones I like. But if I have one complaint, I want to put this, I'm going to put you on blast right now, Dave, right? I got one complaint. Biff, you feel free to back me up if you're feeling this.
All right.
These characters are so amazing. I've been on Dave to release a universe guide. I want a universe guide, bro.
And not as a spoiler or anything. It's a spoiler. It's in the works. We are working on that. We got all your amazing artwork.
Things when the fans find out things.
Sean's like, why do I keep figuring things out the same time everyone else does? Come on. It's in the works.
Yeah, I want to add one point to this, Ernie, then we'll kick it. You can kick it back to you, but need me to take over your show. But
you're good. You're all good. I've actually been having fun just kind of listening.
There's a character. I challenge anybody who reads this book. There's a character that Sean drew in this book that was so freaking off the hook that I came to Sean and said, that is now going to be an official character in going forward in the book. And if anybody can identify that character in the book, I will send them free swag for Decimation Earth. I mean, Sean drew this character, and I was like, Sean, I've been looking for a character called Kingslayer, and that's the character that we're going to use as Kingslayer. So I am throwing that out to the audience. If anybody can identify that book, identify that character, I'm going to work. Hey, Ernie, have them send them to you, and you can let me know, and I'll tell you if they get it right.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be tough. Like Sean was saying himself, he doesn't draw background characters.
No.
He draws every character to be important.
Right.
And, you'll see it. You got a tough job ahead of you trying to figure out who's who.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's getting killed off, who's staying alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're probably going to fall in love with some of the ones who are getting killed off. Sorry.
I'm used to this.
Ernie's got a crush on.
Wait, what? Oh no. I made my intentions and interests very well known that Paris is my favorite character out of the whole bunch. I love morally ambiguous characters. I love characters who you probably shouldn't like. I'm the guy who, when I go to a wrestling event, a live wrestling event, something I don't get to do right now because of what's going on, but before, I had gone to 3 back-to-back in the same month, and it was I was the guy who people stared at because I was always cheering for the heels. I would be like, if the good guy was doing, I'd be like, boo. like when Undisputed Era is walking to the ring, I'm the one who's cheering and screaming for Kyle O'Reilly to do the air guitar.
gotta interject. Who doesn't cheer for the Undisputed Era?
Hey,
Really.
hey, only
Cheer
fools.
for the Undisputed Era, there's something wrong with them. Just their body of work alone, for Ring of Honor, coming to the WWE. I mean, that is the most. Not since the Four Horsemen has that solid stable existed with the Undisputed Era.
Oh yeah, no, that's 1,000%. That's 1,000%. But yeah, that's just kind of a little insight into like the types of characters, the types of entities that I usually gravitate towards. It's just like like if you give me a good solid, like I said, like I guess would be like. You could some may call it an anti-hero, some may call it like anti-villain, whatever. But just characters who like you don't really know where their allegiances necessarily lie at all times. Like they're usually going into business for themselves at any moment. You just expect it. I like characters like that because that it's agency dialed up to 11. And I like characters with agency. I think it's a word that comes up very often on this channel. But I do real quick before we part ways, I do want to get a couple of questions, some stuff that I kind of saw picked out from the chat. But someone did ask because we really, I guess technically we didn't really say exactly explicitly who the villains are, because technically it's kind of all over the place. Like, not everybody is a good guy, not everybody is a bad guy, and there's some people who don't really fit into either category. But I guess but there is technically an overarching big bad, I guess. Like there's just someone that everybody's worried about. So from Pennywise the Clown had asked, who's the bad guy? What is he all about? And I hope he's not a generic villain.
So that's one of the things. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for calling that out. That's one of the things that I worked hard with. Barry is not to create generic villains, and with Sean and Biff's help, we did that. I would say, and Sean, jump in here. I would say there's two, and you're going to meet them later on in the series: Black Mercy and Professor Ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, Black Mercy. He based her on, what was it? Abominable Bride from the Sherlock Holmes show on PBS. Remember when we created her?
And that whole I forget the name of it exactly, but the Gothica look, like that design.
Victorian Gothic look we gave her.
Yeah. I love that. I love that look. And Dave had some little quirks with her too that I was like, oh, he was like, okay, she looks like this. She has this veil and she has a dragon tail. I'm like, what? So it was little cool things that we added. I can't remember. Did I give her an umbrella or was that you?
We both agreed on the umbrella because we based it off the Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Abominable Bride.
But yeah, it was just these little quirks that that I was really feeling. Her look is, I think her look is, people are going to love her motivations as they come up. People are going to really like what she's about. How you feel about Mandy?
Connect with her. Her motivations you can connect with as well. So no, to the question specifically, is she your standard bad guy? Not everybody might think so. You might agree with her on most of her points. Yeah. So no, I think it's fair to say that you'll get a balance of who's actually good and who's bad as the story progresses. And some of those characters might weigh that line.
Well, yeah, and then Ozymandias, who you meet in the first book, he's one of the overarching villains. But just a hint, Ozymandias is not what he necessarily appears to be. So when you read the book, keep that in mind. He's one of the overarching villains, but he's not necessarily what he appears. And then there's Professor Ghoul, who you meet later on. And Professor Ghoul, I kind of based him off of Jekyll and Hyde mixed with the Incredible Hulk with a touch of Lovecraft's Reanimator, Herbert West. So You take those together and you get Professor Ghoul, and I think he's a non-traditional villain. And you've seen his mock-up, I believe, Ernie.
Yes, I have. And I guess more for me is that kind of piggybacking on what Biff was talking about with the characters. Yeah, I think, and not saying I 100% agree with everything that let's say, like in my case, Paris is doing, but I recognize as I'm reading, I'm pretty sure she has her reasons for what she's doing. You look at, I think that's sometimes the best hallmark of an interesting character is that whether they're good or bad, you are able to identify with whatever it is going on that may be sparking the fire behind whatever they're doing, the motivations. You even if you don't agree with it, you can kind of go, I kind of see why they're doing it. I'm not saying that I would have done it that way. I'm not saying that I think they should be doing what they're doing, but I understand. And that's something I think that if you can achieve that, which I think has been achieved with the characters we met so far, I can't. Well, that I have met so far. I don't want to say anything that would give anything away for anybody else. But the characters I have met so far with the story, that's what I feel like. I'm like, I feel where they're coming from. I get this. I mean, I'm not saying she should have clapped him. But I understand. I'm just saying. I'm not saying who. I didn't say who, and I didn't say who did it. I didn't say who got clapped. I'm just saying. I get it.
I always love villains. I always love compelling villains. Like my favorite villains, Doctor Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He's up there for me, Magneto. And people don't remember. I was just thinking about this the other day. Does anybody remember the comic book from Mark Waid, his own independent book called Empire?
Woo!
Actually,
yes, yes,
Really? You know about that?
Yeah. Look. I knew you were a man of culture. I knew I liked you.
What's the next
That
question
villain
for?
in there, he's a contender for like ultimate villain that a lot of people don't remember. Once again, because it's not from the big two, even though Mark Waid has worked with these guys a lot. But you know what I mean? And it's tough. It's a tough lane for people like us, independent creators. But hopefully, somebody, the fans will, appreciate the work we've put into it and hopefully grow to love this book, and it can get the recognition I think it deserves.
Now, real quick too, we got a couple more questions, and this one's going to be really easy because I can tell you this one. Someone, Pennywise Clown also asked, do you guys have YouTube channels? I would love to subscribe and find out more information about the comic. And as a matter of fact, you do.
Yes, we do have a YouTube channel. Our first video is the promo video. I'm going to start doing live YouTube videos sometime next week where I'm going to come on. Maybe I might have Biff. Maybe I might have Sean. And we're just going to sit around and discuss the comic book, discuss the process. Maybe we might put up some videos of Sean doing some art or Biff doing some painting or Biff talking about how he set things up. But we will have those moments where we can discuss the book. And, and then I might even go in depth more about my mindset and how I used Lovecraft world to set up this book.
We'll also, eventually it'll hit the YouTube channel, but I'll also be doing time-lapse videos of doing some of this painting work that I'm doing on top of Sean's work, as well as showing how I'm putting together some of the design. It'll eventually hit the YouTube channel. We may initially use it just to promote our next Kickstarter campaign, give people really behind-the-scenes kind of work that we're doing. But yeah, hopefully we can just flood our YouTube channel with all that kind of media in the near future.
Right.
Nice.
And yes.
Guest appearance. You never know.
Hey, you never. Hey, I am available. And this will be the final question. This one comes from one of Blerd Club's proud members, Ruben Hart. It says, without spoiling anything, is there a particular moment that made one or all of y'all say, "Oh snap"?
I think because we're laughing, yes, that moment happened. For me, I don't want to do too much spoiler-age, but the end of book 2 is kind of dropping the mic, I think. So it's not going to take long to get there for your first little moment of pow, patow. And then from there, it just keeps going. I mean, that's the goal at the end of every comic, right? Mm-hmm. To drop the mic again and again and again.
And he's right. Book 2, I got to admit that we dropped the mic on that one. I mean, it was just like, boom, I'm walking away, But for me, writing this book, I had a lot of oh snap moments. And even Sean could tell you, because Sean has read some of the scripts, and he's come back to me. It's like, oh snap, you really did that? I was like, I don't know.
I know for me,
I was just writing, and it just came to mind.
Wait, Dave, can you pick a single moment or no from the first 2 books?
From the first 2 books.
Yeah, is it the same as Biff's?
There's Biff. Yeah, I would say, it's same as Biff's. And then in book 3, there's an old snap moment, and I think what scene that is, Sean, where we were talking about it was going to be we based something out of like John Carpenter's Thing meets
Hammer
House Horror. Yeah.
For me,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, for me, it has to be the first appearance of Ozymandias. Your moment, Biff, that moment is a great oh shit moment too. But with that particular page, I knew that this was I told Dave this. Anytime that we introduce these characters, these are brand new characters, brand new to the world. We got to make an impact. It's tough out here in the indie market. So with that particular page, when he shows up, I was like, I want to draw the shit out of this. You know what I mean? So I can't wait for people to see his appearance and the appearance of one of the main like creatures they employ. I guess when they, I just want people to see that and tell me what they think of this. and then Biff came in and just took that to a whole nother level too. So that was
what I was going to say. So per moment Sean's talking about right now, when I saw this page, I mean, I was drawing the whole book leading up to this, but when I saw that page, I was like, oh, I'm spending 2 full days on this. This is going to drop. So yes, it turned out to be an amazing, just in and of itself, a single page illustration that I think that alone we can be proud of, to be honest. But.
And I'm going to end it on this. So like Biff said, look at this book as a movie. Okay, and expect oh shit moments throughout the book. Not Michael Bay oh shit moments, but
the shade. Oh, the shade.
More like a Quentin Tarantino oh shit moment.
Now, real quick, I actually got a couple of things for us, because we did get one more. So, one real quick, we did get a $4.99 super chat from my guy Cliff Allure, and he wanted to say that had to send love just for the fact my man brought up Empire. Great book, and the villain's name was Golgoth. He was sipping on that Eucharist. Yes, like I said, for those who don't know, yes, please, first off. If you are not familiar with Empire, please treat yourself. Go do yourself a favor. Go check it out. I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't like it. Like if I tell, like I always tell people on the channel, if I tell you about something, you hear me say, "Oh yeah, duh, I'm down with this." Trust me, it's worth reading.
I'm about to go do that. I did not know about this.
Yes, I
copy, Biff. I'll send it to you.
Hey, see, there you go. And one last thing, and this is another one from Pennywise Clown asks, if you guys had the opportunity to work with Marvel or DC, which superhero would you pick and why? We'll let that be the final question. we picked a loaded one.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna speak for myself.
Okay.
And it may not be the original thought, and whatever, I don't care. I got into film, I got into video games, I got into everything because of Wolverine. If I could do anything with Wolverine, done.
I would be the first to say that I would love to see your work. I would love to see your painting on a Wolverine comic. So yeah, I would like to see that as well.
That would be incredible.
Just spread that around, buddy.
Now what about the rest of y'all? Do y'all have any picks? David, Sean?
I'll let Sean go.
I don't know if I've said this enough. I think I'm going to make this a permanent post on my Facebook page. Give me anything New Warriors. I can't pick just one. New Warriors, please. Give that to me. I've been in love with New Warriors since it first came out. I think it's a tragedy what they've been doing to it over the years. They do not give it the respect. Night Thrasher does not get the respect he deserves. Blerd, correct me if I'm wrong here. Didn't you do a video about Night Thrasher?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did. I did a full character breakdown of Night Thrasher, and like I said, it was one of those things that I didn't even expect people to know or give a crap about what it was I was talking about. I was very impressed that a lot of people actually dug that video, like, because I'm a huge New Warriors fan as well. So, and I agree, it has not gotten the respect that it deserves since the old days, back in the 90s.
I gotta chime in here. This is crazy. New Warriors number 11 was the first comic I ever owned. I got it from a kid's birthday party, and Wolverine gets killed in an alternate dimension, and that's when I fell in love with Wolverine. So,
You see how it comes together?
So wait a minute. So what we're saying here is we could get a comic with Sean and Biff reuniting.
Night Thrasher and Wolverine.
Make it so.
It's a tough toss-up, so it would be two that I would love to write. It would be X-Force and Team 7.
Ooh.
The original Team 7, not the Team 7 in DC, but the original Team 7 that was with Image, with Grifter, and all them. I would love to
and all the
actually, it would be three. I'm gonna be sorry, it'd be three. Wetworks, Team 7. Wetworks, Team 7.
Wait a minute.
Hold on a second, sir. Did you say Wetworks?
Yes,
yeah.
Wetworks.
I also want to interject and say, hold on. Wait a minute. Who is talking about Wetworks up in here? Because I thought I was the only one that remembered that comic.
That would be me.
One of my favorite books ever. Dave, I know I liked you.
If I had a choice, those are the three books I would do.
Mm.
I know it was only one, but I have three choices. I'm always the odd man out.
Shout out to Pennywise for the questions too. He's got some good questions.
Yeah. Oh yes, please. Yes, thank you. Matter of fact, I just want to say, it is always a pleasure to me to talk to people of culture who appreciate the amazing work that came out of Image Comics back in the day, and still continues, as a matter of fact, just on a different spectrum. So yeah, it is something that like I say, bringing up Team 7, bringing up Wetworks, I'm just like, oh man, dude, now I just want to go sit on the couch and read some of these old comics. Because
you see in the story that Team 7 and Wetworks does have a little bit of influence in what I wrote because I was a huge Chuck Dixon fan.
Okay. Oh, I see you. I see
Plus, I'm a
you.
Marine Corps veteran, so.
Hey, well, there you go. Which,
And by the way, it's oorah.
oh God, it was jokes. I tell you, it was jokes. But no, I just want to say, man, thank y'all so much for coming on and talking with me. Like I said, hopefully we get to do it again. I look forward to seeing more and more of Decimation Earth. I want to see it blow up. I want to see it, go as far as humanly possible. Once again, I guess give an opportunity to kind of remind people where they can find more information about Decimation Earth, where they can follow, where they can pick the book up if they missed the Kickstarter, or all that good stuff. Let the good people know.
Okay. You can find us on Instagram, which is I think Decimation Earth IX on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter, which is Decimation E Earth. We're also on Facebook, which is Decimation Earth 2663. And the YouTube channel is under Decimation Studios LLC. So that's how you can get in contact with us. We really love your support. And we love interacting with the fans of those who become of Decimation Earth. And we also have a website, and I'll let Biff go ahead and give the for Decimation Studios.
So currently, if you go to decimationstudios.com or darksubrosa.com, you will be redirected to the Decimation Studios site. And we have Decimation Earth, Dark Sub Rosa, and a Seas project going on there. Feel free to explore the site. There's tons of great art from dozens of artists on there right now. So that's darksubrosa.com or decimationstudios.com. And most importantly, spinwizcomics.com. Right now, you can get the digital downloads of Decimation Earth first issue. And check it out.
Yeah, and as Biff says, we have 8 variant covers. So look forward for that to come out in the physical copies. The next copy that will be going up digitally will be cover specifically done by Biff with your girl, Ernie. So
on his T-shirt right now.
On my T-shirt right here. Oh my
Actually, and as a matter of fact, here, wait, show off that shirt one more time. Show off one more time. Yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. By the way, I'm dropping the link as we speak. The spit. Oh yes, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh.
I'm dropping the link right now to Spinwiz. So there's a link right there. You click that link, it will take you directly to the Decimation Earth comic. Go check that out. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Oh, see, he's got the front and the back. See,
that's nice.
That is. Hold away. Yeah. Here, flip it one more time for me. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And if you guys want to check me out too, I got this little thing that I've been doing. I want to talk to you about that. It's new. I call it New Perspective, where I take a character of Nubian / Black ancestry and from pop culture, comic books, cartoon, whatever, and I do like a spin on it. Like, what would I do with them if I could draw and write their story? So I did one on Night Thrasher. I got a bunch of people. So you can find me on Instagram at Pyroglyphics1, PYROGLYPHICS1. You can see a ton of my art on there.
It's great stuff, guys. Check it out.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning for Decimation Studios. Decimation Earth is our flagship. If you love Decimation Earth, just get ready, because Dark Sub Rosa, this project is an amazing thing. It's out there. Go check it out as well. And we've got a lot more things coming. Barry's got something in the pipe. So come check us out and come support us.
Hey, I can get behind that. I hope the rest of you all here in the chat can get behind that. I just want to say thank you guys again for hanging with me. Y'all are
you.
fantastic. Hey, anytime.
Yeah, thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, y'all take care, and I will be talking to you guys. We'll be talking again soon. Definitely, we will definitely be talking again soon. Y'all take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
You too.
All right.
All right.
See you, Ernie.
Like what?
Bye bye.
Peace.
Cheers.
Peace.
Peace.
There we go. All right. I hope everyone enjoyed. I hope everyone enjoyed. That, like I said, once again, that was Biff Wingard, David Rucker, Shauna Lane, Decimation Studios. Like I said, I dropped some links in the chat. Go check those out. Like I said, go support Decimation Earth. It's a great comic. Decimation Studios as a whole, just great, fantastic stuff. Let me see if I can get. Let's see. We still got stuff. We still got stuff going on. And here, let me see if I can get Carter back in here. Let's see here. We'll see if we can get Carter back in the building. And we got some more stuff to talk about. We are not done by a long shot. There's still plenty of stuff going on. Oh, Carter, we got you. Let's see. Oh, wait. Did we get... Oh, there he is.
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute. What is going on? But yeah, so we're back once again. We are back once again. Now we got some. We're gonna get back into some more stuff. We still have plenty more stuff to get into. There's a couple of things we're gonna kind of have to dance around a little bit just because there's not really a whole lot going on there. But let's see here. You know what? Let's talk about this because yeah, we were talking about Marvel stuff earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can get rid of that one. That's not anything. And that's more of a PSA. So there you go. We got things. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, I want to talk about this real quick just because it's something that is, I think is important. Marvel. Yeah, we were talking about Marvel making a comeback, with their new releases coming out later this month. They're going to be shipping titles, getting physical comics back into the hands of readers towards the end of this month. We did get some news, some sad news, I guess, or maybe it's not sad news, depending on how you feel about it. But they will actually be shutting down. Marvel will be shutting down its digital comics shop. So coming this June the 2nd, they will be shutting all that down. Basically, Marvel Comics is announced shutting down its Marvel digital comic shop at comicstore.marvel.com as of June the 2nd. According to Marvel customer support, after the closure, readers will still be able to purchase digital Marvel titles and access existing titles through the Marvel Comics app and through Comixology. And there is also some instructions on how you... And here, let's get that. There's some instructions on how you can, get a hold of those comics, how you can, merge your accounts, all that other good stuff. So I'm gonna drop that in the chat. This was once again, it was a little more of a PSA than anything else. Let's see here. Bam, there you go. So you click that link, you can find out a little bit more. Once again, like I said, this was more of a friendly public service announcement. Just so
and I did see a lot of people were kind of nervous about that simply because a lot of people are subscribed to Marvel Unlimited.
Yes.
I thought that would have something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So again, just a PSA. Should have probably been on Comixology anyway, but just so you know.
Look. Y'all knew the vibes. Y'all knew what this was. Y'all knew. Y'all should have known better. But no, let's see here. We'll go ahead and keep it pushing on along. Like once again, PSA. Let's also talk about this one. We didn't get to talk about it earlier when we were talking about Marvel news. I kind of slipped past me. I didn't want to. I also was sure that this would spark up some talk that I knew would run us over on time. So let's go ahead and run into this bad boy. Yeah, we were talking earlier about all these shows. What was it? Stuff's coming out on Disney Plus. Stuff's gonna be coming to the MCU. Stuff's gonna hit the theaters. All this other stuff. One of the things we didn't talk about was that Marvel has announced a new television series for Disney Plus called The Fury Files. And it's exactly what it sounds like. This is all about Nick Fury and his various adventures, I'm going to go on a limb and say. But it says here the official synopsis is that you shouldn't be surprised that Nick Fury has files on every single Marvel superhero. Fury Files gives viewers top-secret access to S.H.I.E.L.D. intel on key Marvel heroes and villains. All of this is told by none other than the mysterious Fury, bringing together a mix of animation and motion comic art. Looking to download a bunch of information about every single hero, Fury's got you covered. So basically what they're saying is also some of the characters who've already been brought up that'll be focused on will be Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Spider-Man, and more. The series will be featuring the voice of Shai McBride as Nick Fury. It's also explained that the series will incorporate a combination, of course, as I mentioned, motion comics, and art scenes that will be derived from Marvel's popular animated shows, such as Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes and X-Men: The Animated Series. So I don't know. What do you think about this card? What do you think?
I think this is more so a primer for people that are excited about new Marvel movies that are coming out. Don't know these characters. I think this would have, something like this would have been great when Guardians first dropped.
Right.
For everyone who didn't know who these characters were, I think something like this would have been great with Captain Marvel, because you hear Captain Marvel, you're probably going to think Shazam. And if you don't think Shazam, you're going to think Marvel. So I'm thinking that's mainly what this show is going to be for. Those people who only know them for the movies and maybe want to delve a little bit more into particular characters. So again, I think it'd be a good primer for a lot of the non-comic booky people out there.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like this is definitely something that probably should have been a thing way earlier. The only thing I'm a little miffed about is why ain't y'all just call Sam? He ain't doing nothing.
I don't think Sam would want to do it though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think if it was more live action, he would want that live action check. So I think that might be one reason.
Yeah,
let's just do this cartoony and Shai McBride. He's a good choice. You've probably seen him in several things. You just can't think of them off the top of your head. So I think that may have been one thing.
Matter of fact, now that you've said that, here I'm pulling up the gentleman right here. Here, let's pull this man's credits.
Yeah, I think
credits.
I think one thing some people might know him from is Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah,
he was on iRobot with Will Smith.
He's voiced Nick Fury before. I forgot about that.
Yes, he has.
He voiced Nick Fury in Ultimate Spider, which actually liked him as Fury in the Ultimate Spider-Man series. Actually, I love that animated series. Hulk and the Agents of Smash, Avengers Assemble. I wouldn't be surprised if let's see here. I was looking to see, they don't have Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes on here. But yeah, okay, all right, screw it. I'm with it. Let's do it.
Okay, that's actually pretty good, just because now they have someone who's well versed in Marvel, and anyone who's seen Hulks and Agents of Smash and other things, they can go right into this like it's just a smooth transition. So that's a good pick.
I can jive with that. That's fine. But yeah, this is something that probably should have been out forever ago.
Yeah.
Now let's go ahead and move it on along too, because like I said, we're a lot of this stuff is just real quick. This is another little PSA because this has been all over the interwebs for the past couple of days. If you are a fan of Crunchyroll, and if you are, then you're doing you probably already know this. Crunchyroll and HBO Max have partnered together to bring anime to HBO Max. So if you have HBO Max, you will have access to Crunchyroll, so to speak. Now that said, they've gone on to say basically that some of the titles that will be added at launch will be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which yes. Rurouni Kenshin, which yes, the creator is a pedophile, but yes, I can't rock with Rurouni Kenshin like I used to, but man, sometimes I just have to divorce myself from the mindset that this man was a pedophile, because Rurouni Kenshin is such a good series, and I hate that it's attached to such a problematic person. And let's see, Your Lie in April will also be available, and they say, meanwhile, Death Note and was it Hunter x Hunter will be added eventually. And Kevin Riley of HBO says that anime is a celebrated and diverse art form, which, stop lying, it's not diverse. Why say diverse? Maybe he means diverse in like the way it looks from show to show, but if you're talking about from like an ethnicity standpoint, dude, hell no.
It's 2020 and we still got big lips around here. No.
Look, matter of fact, look, I'm still looking at Squeenix over here with that jive Coonan Barrett from the Final Fantasy VII remake. Don't even talk to me about that. But no, they say anime is a celebrated and diverse art form with a rich culture rooted in imaginative worlds and vibrant characters. Crunchyroll has centralized these fantastic adventures for everyone to enjoy. This Warner Media family collaborations bring together an incredible collection of content with a passionate fandom, and HBO Max is Totemo Ureshii, which to expand the reach of this inventive artistry. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what the fuck he just said there. I'm just gonna be brutally honest with you. And here, wait, we got some super chats here. I'm gonna read those here in just a second. It says the HBO brand is known. This is from Joanne. Yeah, I'm not going to try and pronounce her last name. The HBO brand is known for premier content, innovative storytelling. By bringing series from Crunchyroll to HBO Max, we hope to introduce anime to a wider audience who appreciates compelling stories told through this dynamic medium. Together with HBO Max, we are delivering the maximum reach for these incredible anime series, and we can't wait for new fans to fall in love with anime. Now, let's go. Before we get into all that, real quick, we got to talk about we got to talk about some stuff here. We got some super chats come through. SFC Cape Killer coming through with the $8 super chat. Said, great show, bruh. Thank you. We also got Jamal Simmons coming through with $2 super chat. Says, hey, Blerd, what do you think about the MK11 Aftermath trailer? Coming through with that $2 super chat. Man, first and foremost, SFC Cape Killer, thank you for being great and allowing me to be great. Thank you for that. Much appreciated, and hopefully you're staying safe and healthy. Jamal Simmons, to answer your question. Dude, sign me up. I'm here for it. I'm ready to play RoboCop. I am ready to play RoboCop. Let's go. I want it. Y'all have no idea how much I love RoboCop. I grew up on the original RoboCop movie. I used to, yes, as a small child, I was watching RoboCop. I was watching your boy Clarence Boddicker, one of the greatest villains in the history of cinema. Guy had such iconic lines as, cops don't like me, and I don't like cops. I love it. I love that shit.
I would crack up every time I saw him on That 70s Show because I'm waiting on him to just murk one of those kids.
look, snatch one. Like, can you fly, Bobby? Clarence, no. I love that shit, dude. I love that guy. He is so fantastic. Also, I love Dick Jones from RoboCop. I had to kill Bob Morton because he made a mistake. Now it's time to erase that mistake. No, I love that. I love it. Just it's full of so many caricatures of villains and henchmen. But yes, also if there's not an Ed 209, wait, first off, if there's not a point where RoboCop doesn't pull out that big ass sniper rifle and clap you up with it, or summon Ed 209, what are we doing? Actually, no, I got the perfect fatality.
Right.
If this fatality ain't in the game, I'm going to Ed. I'm not going to do this, by the way. Not really. I'm going to Ed Boon's house, and I'm going to piss on his front lawn. I'm not really going to do this. FBI, if you're listening, I'm not the guy who peed on Ed Boon's lawn. But if he doesn't have a fatality where he can shoot you, like just clap you up with that gun, and you fall out a plate glass window, and as you and as you fall, your arms just get exponentially longer for no reason whatsoever. He's like, ah! And your arms like you go into Mr. Fantastic mode, dude. If that fatality ain't in the game, I don't want it. I don't want it. God damn it, lying to me.
I have faith in Ed Boon because he'll do a lot of stuff that no one else would catch because. When he put Joker into the game, all intents and purposes, people that play Mortal Kombat don't know who the fuck the Batman Who Laughs is, but he's in there.
Oh, exactly. Actually, I'm kind of pissed off too because I actually remember I deserve some credit for this because I remember back before they even announced Joker was going to be in Mortal Kombat 11 as a DLC add-on. When they were when Mortal Kombat 11 was announced, I actually tweeted at NetherRealm and was like, dude, if you really want to make some money, if you want to make all the money, I said, put the Batman Who Laughs in this game. I didn't get a response. No one backed a dump truck to my house full of money. Shameful. Hashtag sad. But anyways, let's keep it pushing. That's it. Yeah. HBO Max. They're says the full. Actually, I have a full list of titles right here. They're going to be available when HBO Max launches on May the 27th. So yes, we got Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, all 64 episodes. We've got ReZero, Starting Life in Another World. That's a 13 episode season plus an OVA. Inspector, which is they got the first season, 12 episodes. Keep Your Hands Off Izoken, 12 episodes. Rurouni Kenshin, the full 94 episode series. Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, seasons 1 and 2, total of 22 episodes. Bungo Stray Dogs. Wow. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now you have my attention. You got my attention now, this motherfucker. Seasons 1 through 3, 37 episodes total. Berserk. Seasons 1 and 2, 26 episodes.
We can go ahead and skip that one.
Yeah. We don't want that. No, I'm good. I'm good. Nah, I'm straight. Was a Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress, season 1, 12 episodes. Let's see, Kill la Kill, season 1, 24 episodes. Okay, all right, we talking about a little some. Your Lie in April, which I mentioned earlier, season 1, 22 episodes. Erased, season 1, 12 episodes. Was this Kisniver, season 1, 12 episodes. Schwarz Marken, season 1, 12 episodes. Not familiar with that one. 91 Days, season 1, 13 episodes. Testament of Sister New Devil, seasons 1 and 2, 22 episodes. And Roka, or was it Raka? Braves of the Six Flowers. Sounds problematic. Season 1, 12 episodes. And then, of course, Hunter x Hunter, Death Note, or the other series. Now, is this going to end with every anime that Crunchyroll has available to them being on HBO Max? I don't know, because there's a lot of streaming rights that come into play here. Mm-hmm. But I think it will probably be as close as humanly possible, if I could call it.
Which will be scary.
Dude.
HBO Max is coming in hard.
Look, y'all thought Disney Plus came for Netflix's throat. Dude.
I wouldn't even say that Disney Plus just came out swinging on launch. No, I think HBO Max is coming out with a stiff stiff jab,
dude. They look.
in there.
Bam! Bam!
And the thing is, we have Crunchyroll, we have Batman v Superman, we have Justice League. Boondocks hasn't even come into the conversation yet,
dude.
It's already guaranteed for what, 2 seasons?
2 seasons. 2 seasons of new Boondocks content. Plus, I believe they will have the old content on there as well. There's some stuff going on. Man, HBO Max is gonna be a beast. I'm not gonna lie to you. And no, no. I'll throw you one even better. Hulu's even getting involved now because Hulu, that's owned by Disney now. So Disney saw the writing on the wall and said, no, we want a piece of that pie. And they set up a deal where you can get HBO Max for free just for having, well, not really for free, but if you get it with the HBO bundle, if you get Hulu with the HBO bundled in, you get HBO Max. And it's just like, dude, why aren't more people doing this? Like, why aren't more people doing stuff like this? I think it's egregious. It's egregious. You should be able to get all your streaming services in one place. That would be just really awesome. But yeah, whatever. What the fuck do I know? I just work here. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Okay, so this is, man, I don't know how I feel about this story. Let me take a brief. Man, you know what? I don't give a fuck about this. We're not talking about this. We ain't talking about this. I don't give a shit. It's about, and just so you know, it's about Superman. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm done. I want to talk about Rob Liefeld's funky ass for a minute, though.
No.
Yeah, we were talking about Image Comics earlier, how much I love Image Comics. But Rob Liefeld's problematic ass. He has they've revealed that Rob Liefeld's Image Comics character Prophet is getting a film adaptation from writer Mark Guggenheim. I don't know how I feel about that. For those who do not know who Mark Guggenheim is, most people are more familiar with him for like his work on like the DC Comics TV shows on CW, but basically what they're saying is that for one reason or another, Prophet is getting a movie. Why? Can I ask why? Please? Please. Someone tell me.
I don't get it.
This is dumb.
Shit in the 90s needs to be left in the 90s.
Dude, Prophet was peak Image Comic 90s bullshit.
Yes.
I know don't get me wrong. I know I was sitting here just gushing a minute ago about Team 7 and Wetworks, and y'all know how much I love Shadowhawk. And for those who don't know, there's a video coming out soon, hopefully. I haven't checked my email yet, so Tubes, if you're in here, if I haven't responded yet, it's because I literally have not checked. But I got a little some in the pipe about Pitt coming up here very shortly, hopefully. And yeah, dude, I'm sorry, but yeah, dude, Prophet was one of those. I was like, that's a hard pass. That's a hard pass from you, boy. I don't fucks with Prophet. So yeah, I don't know what this is gonna be all about, but it says basically it's gonna they say the story for it's gonna revolve around, of course, Prophet, John Prophet, a DNA-enhanced super soldier placed into a cryogenic freeze for a future mission, only to awaken prematurely in the present, searching for a mission that does not exist. The ruthless berserker must find his humanity. Now, we all saw how Bloodshot turned out. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him, goddammit. This dude is so... Look, okay, first off, look at this shit. Hold on. Y'all don't believe me. What's this? What's this? What's this shit right here? What's this around his face? Well, he doesn't have all the pouches, because, at this point, I think... Wait, no, I think the pouches were down here, off to the leg. But no, this motherfucker has... First off, he has a mullet. And shoulder pads for days. Rib protectors. I don't get it. No, I'm done. No. Fuck this guy. Mm-mm.
You still can't see his feet.
Yeah, no feet. Dude, get this motherfucker out of my face. I'm so done. I am so done. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand the love for characters like Prophet. I just don't get it. Like, honestly, okay, I know I talk a lot of shit about Spawn, but I think Prophet is an infinitely worse character and has aged arguably worse. Mm-hmm. At least Spawn is trying. Spawn is trying to get updated, goddammit. Prophet? No. God, no. That is something, that's the ghost of Image Past that should stay exactly where it was left.
I feel like Liefeld has dirt on somebody to get Prophet back into a conversation.
Look.
I really feel like he saw somebody in the wrong place, wrong time with the wrong person, just like, hey, let me go ahead and get this film real quick.
Damn.
Oh, Mark Guggenheim.
Guggenheim.
Okay, yeah, let him do that. Oh, he did Arrow. Oh, this is Bank. No.
He's like, oh, I know he got something.
I feel got something on somebody.
Well,
Call a vegetarian, eating a burger somewhere. Feel call somebody slipping.
Look, I'm gonna go and tell you right now, Carter. Your boy Rob Liefeld, man. He's the Adam Sandler of the comics industry. And what I mean by that is, y'all know how Adam Sandler just be having stars in his movie for no reason? Same thing. That motherfucker got tape. I guarantee you, that motherfucker has a box in his garage labeled dirt. Hey, I bet when he calls a motherfucker up, that's exactly what Rob Liefeld does. Like, hey, Mark. Hey, man, really trying to get this Prophet thing off the ground, man. You know, they took Deadpool from me, and they be roasting me in Deadpool. So, yeah, I need to get a property off the ground. I need to make that Deadpool money. You ain't interested? Oh, okay, cool. Well, man, this box I got right here, man, I got a couple of tapes with your name on it, brother. Look, somebody told me you was acting real problematic on the set of Supergirl. So somebody told me you was talking some Cash Money-ish about Jimmy Olsen. Black Jimmy Olsen, mind you. Nah, I mean, but that's what I feel like is what's going on there. Like, there's no way in hell that is gonna work. I'm sorry. Look, okay, why are we not making film adaptations of actual good characters from Image Comics back in the heyday? Why are we not making now technically Darkness is Top Cow, but he always seemed to be in that same spectrum. But why are we not making Invincible? Why are we not making Witchblade? Hell, I would be all in for a Spawn movie if they actually could get the motherfucker made. Why are we not talking about Shadowhawk? Why are we not talking about Wetworks? Why are we not talking about Gen 13 or some shit like that, or Wildcats? For Christ's sake, they gotta bring out Prophet. I would rather see Cyberforce or Brigade. Brigade, because Brigade, dude, that was a
so nasty. You were on a roll with Witchblade and the Darkness, and you dug deep for that one. That's some malice. That was some malice in your heart to name that one.
Look, because okay, so we all know, like, Wildcats was like Dime Store X-Men. It was Dime Store X-Men, which is fine, because at least Wildcats was good. Cyberforce was basically the X-Force. It was basically the X-Force, and then Brigade comes along and is basically a ripoff of Cyberforce. Like, in its own universe, for Christ's sake. It's like, how you gonna be a knockoff of a knockoff? Like, why?
It's Inception, man. We're bootlegging the bootleg. That makes no sense to me.
Man, I'm just done. I'm done, dude. I'm out. I'm out the game. Done. Let's keep this shit moving, man. Let's talk about Kate Blanchett's fine ass. How many of y'all are fans of Borderlands? We got some Borderlands fans in the chat. I know, Carter, you and I, we play Borderlands together. Borderlands 3 specifically. Me, you, Sister Dark Angel. So it should come as no surprise. A ways back, word got out that Eli Roth is going to be directing a Borderlands movie. And of course, the world just exploded because I don't know how y'all expect this shit to be good. They can't even get a good game out that is not bugged. But and now y'all motherfuckers expect the movie to not be having problems. But anyway, point of the matter is they are bringing in Cate Blanchett. And you're like, well, wait a minute, who the hell is Cate Blanchett gonna play? Huh? Who? Well, I'll tell you who, goddammit. She is going to be playing Lilith from Borderlands, which, to be fair, that's the only character I could feasibly see her play. Which is funny, considering the fact that they actually kind of have similar, I don't know, I don't want to say look, but like I've seen Cate Blanchett play a character not that dissimilar from Lilith. In other movies and such. But basically, they go on to say that this is oh, by the way, now that I've seen this, I'm even less convinced it's gonna be good because Avi and Aria Rad are producing this shit. So no, this is gonna be garbage, man. Get this out of my face. But yeah, y'all gonna convince me that this movie's gonna be good? Hell to the no. No, thank you. I'm good. Can we just stop with video game movie adaptations, please, for a while? We take a knee on those.
I'll give this one a pass because Eli Roth can do some kind of good.
I'll give you that.
That this was Uwe Boll doing a Borderlands movie. I would have left the stream.
It'd be like, nah, I'm out. I'm out.
With Eli Roth and with it being Cate Blanchett, I'm probably going to see it regardless. Even if she was playing Brick, I was going to go see this movie. So I'll give him a pass.
Wait a minute. What if it came out that she wasn't playing Lilith? What if it came out that she was going to be playing Roland?
I'm fine with that.
But no, wait a minute. But what if they said that they like what if they hit her with that skin bronzer? What if they hit her with the skin bronzer?
I'm still not hearing a problem. Change that Roland to Relina or Roland, and we have ourselves a good film.
It's like, hey, look. Oh Lord, I'm done. Let's move this shit on along. Speaking of characters and things that, let's talk about something that might actually be good. Let's talk about some shit that might actually be good. So, for those of you who've been watching The Mandalorian, fans of The Mandalorian, we know that Mandalorian Season 2's already been wrapped. It's done. It's been shot, filmed, it's ready. But apparently we will be getting oh man, I don't know if I should talk about this. This feels like it could be. Nah, screw it. I'm talking about it anyway. Because you know what? If you don't, I'll tell you what. Here, I'm gonna give you a chance here. If you are anxious to see The Mandalorian Season 2 and you do not want to be spoiled, step away from your computer, your phone, whatever the hell you're watching this on for about maybe 10 minutes. Because we gotta talk about some stuff. I'm gonna talk about some stuff that is so here. Let me hit the danger button for y'all, so y'all know this is serious business. If you do not want to be spoiled by this is theoretically a spoiler. This is theoretically a spoiler that I'm sitting here looking at. And if you want to go in cold, if you don't want to know, just come back in 10 minutes. It'll be good. But otherwise, yeah, this is. I actually would say this would be a spoiler. This is something they probably should have not said anything about. And this is actually something that Disney themselves probably should have kept this under wraps, but they let the cat out the bag. So here, I'm hitting the danger button. After the danger button, I ain't got nothing for you. I don't want to hear nobody saying, man, Blerd spoiled me for Mandalorian Season 2. It's probably not even going to be that big of a deal. That's the sad part. But danger. You have been warned.
I heard it.
Boba Fett is confirmed to be in The Mandalorian Season 2, and he will be returning, played by Jango Fett actor Tamura Morrison. So I'm here for it. Yeah, it's whatever. I kind of, honestly, based on the timing of when The Mandalorian takes place, I'm not surprised this is going on. This basically just confirms some fan theories about what's up with Boba Fett in the current timeline of Star Wars-related stuff. So it's whatever. But, yeah, he'll be there, doing God only knows what. Hopefully not falling into another Sarlacc pit.
Man. You know they're gonna have some kind of little Easter egg in there where he falls into something. He's gonna Yamcha himself into something.
Oh God, yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. But yeah, they say there's something here saying that basically said this was teased. Boba Fett was originally teased in the first season. In the episode The Gunslinger, when a mysterious figure sporting the bounty hunter's trademark spurs approached the apparently lifeless body of Fennec Shand, who was played by Ming-Na Wen, who is also said to be coming back. So this kind of makes sense. Theoretically, it's kind of a spoiler, kind of not really, but I know how some people are like, oh my God, you told me that the movie has opening credits. That's a spoiler. Come on now. Let's get real. But basically, the series is going to be coming back in October of this year, I believe it is. October?
I think so.
Yeah, actually, I scrolled down a little bit. There it goes. Yeah, October. It'll be coming out in October. They'll be bringing in Michael Biehn, who I'm like, oh, wow, dude, y'all going to bring in Michael Biehn? All right, I'm here for it. I don't know. I'm curious. I want to see what's going to be going on. Apparently, Carl Weathers is directing an episode. What's really going on?
That's going to be something really interesting to see. That and Robert Rodriguez, that episode is probably going to be nuts.
Yeah, I want to see it. It says, it says Boba Fett is said to only have a small role in the series, but we'll have to wait and see if that ends up turning into something bigger. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't really know how that's going to work, but I'm curious to see it.
I'm with you. I don't think they had to say anything about this. It's Mandalorian. People are going to watch that season. You don't have to have something to entice people to watch Mandalorian.
You really don't. By the way, we got $2 super chat by DeCovenum. It says, real question. Will he have more than 4 lines? Probably not. Look, it'll probably just go back to the way it used to be where he just didn't talk. Which is, whatever. That's fine. Here, let's keep it moving on along. This is kind of a real quick one. And this is only because I actually liked this movie. More based on what I knew it could have been. I would like to see it fleshed out a little more. But, for those of you who appreciated the movie Bright, as I did, despite its problems, Bright 2 is coming out. And of course, Will Smith, Joel Edgerton will be returning as, of course, the human cop alongside the orc cop, which to me, honestly, for those who aren't familiar with what Bright is, or if you saw it and just didn't get it, it's basically an updated version of Alien Nation. Alien Nation was very much a show in the same vein where instead of it being orcs, Alien Nation was just straight up aliens, and aliens had integrated with human society, and there was tension. It was all about race relations and people just getting along despite their differences. That's kind of what Bright was, but more if you took it from the perspective of the tabletop RPG Shadowrun, which Netflix went well and out of their way to not say anything about Shadowrun throughout the entire production of this movie. And then after the movie came out, only after they came out, Netflix themselves produced a trailer. It wasn't even really a trailer. It was like a spoof video with orcs auditioning for roles in the sequel. And one of the orcs actually says, hey, if this whole audition thing doesn't work out, anyone up for a game of Shadowrun? And I was like, wow, now y'all want to bring up Shadowrun. Now y'all want to bring this shit up. Okay, whatever. Y'all should have just called the movie Shadowrun and left it at that, but whatever. But for those who aren't familiar, Bright is a movie about, yes, a world where basically D&D has crossed over, not D&D actually, but just the fantasy stuff you would typically associate with Dungeons and Dragons crossed over into the real world. Was it a perfect movie? No. It had a lot of problems. I still loved it though. But basically they say they're getting ready to push together all that stuff. David Ayer is not coming back as a director for this movie, and that's probably for the best.
Yes. Somebody spoke the truth.
Now, the director who's taking over for him, I'm still a little iffy on, but I think this is more suited to them. That's going to be Louis Leterrier, who some of you may remember from The Incredible Hulk and Now You See Me. I don't hate The Incredible Hulk the way a lot of people do. I just think it's kind of a boring, it's an uneven movie. Like, it's good, like when it's good, it's great. And there's parts where it's boring. And I really kind of don't appreciate they had to go fuck up Harlem like that. But, yeah, whatever. Neither here nor there. But I appreciate what they're trying to do. And hopefully, if Max Landis... Here's my question. Here, I'm just going to scroll to the bottom of the article. Is this motherfucker still attached? Is Max Landis still attached to this sumbitch? All right, I don't see any mention of Max Landis. Okay, cool. We're good. That's all I needed to know. Because fuck Max Landis. I don't like him. But I think he's a guy who has good ideas, but I don't ever want to see his name attached to anything. But just saying. Just throwing it out there.
You're a phenomenal dancer. I just don't want to see you on the floor. You're good.
Right, yeah, no, just keep that shit to yourself. I don't need to see the moves. I don't need to see you running, man. Anyways, we got a super chat, $1.99 super chat from Darth AV Rebirth. Says Carl's episode is of the Mando boxing Boba. Dude, I'm here for it. Can I have that? Can I have Boba and what was his name? It was Din Djarin? Like he had like one of those typical Star Wars like alliterative names. The characters in Star Wars tend to have. But yeah, so basically, yeah, I would love to see them, or just have a gunfight. I'd be down for that too. But that's yeah, I'm interested. I'd be down for Bright. What about you, Carter? What do you think, man? What do you feel,
I
man?
didn't realize that many people didn't like The Incredible Hulk. I thought that was a solid fucking movie.
No, I agree.
Now, when it comes to Now You See Me, I think both of those movies were really solid movies. I think the first one more so better than the second one because it was trying to be an Ocean's movie with some magic in there. And I think they did it way better in the first film. So with them having that gentleman doing Bright 2, I think this movie will be a lot more fun.
Yes.
I think it'll be a lot more fun. I don't think it will be as forced and try-hardy as David Ayer did the first film. In some parts, Bright was still a good movie, but there were moments that were kind of Suicide Squad-y. So I think with this sequel, I think this one might be the better film. I think he might knock it out of the park.
I feel like David Ayers was trying too hard to make it Training Day with orcs and elves.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I felt like. I felt like he was trying too hard to make Training Day, but like with fantasy stuff. Like, because there was a lot of moments where I was like, I think there was even a moment where they had, like, I forget the guy's name, but I think his actual name is Hector, and he always plays characters named Hector in movies. And it's so messed up, but they had that character in the movie, like, he was an orc who was a Vato, and like he was one of these tough Hispanic gangster type dudes, and I was like, dude, oh man, with orcs though, come on now, man, we could have done better than this. I think the best parts of Bright honestly come when Bright is showing you the world. Like, case in point, coolest thing in Bright, and it's gonna sound weird that I've said that now. There's a shot where there's a dragon just flying across the damn skyline. They never address it. Never address the fact there's a dragon just flying, just chilling in the skyline, in the background of a shot, just hanging out. Yeah, no big deal. Fucking dragon. Who cares? They mentioned that they have a centaur unit on the police force. I'm like, dude, can I see it?
Yeah.
You know, can you do more with that? That's what I'm talking about. Like, I would like to see the world fleshed out, and yeah, get away from that dark shit. I think David Ayer was the worst possible person. Now, the soundtrack to Bright I thought was amazing. Because I don't really rock with the Migos like that, but I was like, damn, this junk kind of hitting. This track
thing that you're asking for, I think, will be addressed in Bright 2, simply because Letarier coming from Now You See Me, one thing that he did in both of those movies, he was really good with characters. He was really good with building environments around characters. So I think a lot of the world building that a lot of people wanted in the first film, I think he'll be able to do that really well in this second one because he's done it before.
Right.
Because everything that people could say about Incredible Hulk, he knew how to build shit around Banner.
Right. Yeah, no, well, not just that, but I mean, he, like, if someone ever said, hey, I want an adaptation of the old was it 70s, 80s, Bill Bixby Hulk, Incredible Hulk TV show. That is what the Incredible Hulk is. It is more a love letter to the Bill Bixby series than it is anything else. And they actually do a pretty good job of adapting it. Now, I think the fact that, we got Hulk in the MCU in Avengers after that just kind of shit on Incredible Hulk because, Marvel never really addresses the movie that came before, even though technically it is considered a part of Phase 1.
Yeah, I think Mark Ruffalo mentioned it in like an offhanded comment, just, I don't really want to go to New York. The last time I was there, I broke Harlem. And then that was it.
Well, and he even references in Avengers, he references a deleted scene from The Incredible Hulk, where he talks about how he put a gun in his mouth and he shot it. He fired the gun to kill himself, and the Hulk spit it out. He spit the bullet out. There's a deleted scene in The Incredible Hulk where they show Edward Norton as Bruce Banner doing that same thing, and as he fires the gun, he becomes the Hulk. And and of course you got Thunderbolt Ross. He's brought up his relationship with Tony Stark, which is referenced in The Incredible Hulk. Yeah, all of that stuff is mentioned, but it's almost as though like they're like, we just don't. Since Hulk can't have his own solo movies, they're just kind of like, they just kind of like, we don't want to talk about it. We'll just throw it out in a piece of throwaway dialogue. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm hip for this. I want this to work because I love Dungeons and Dragons. B, love Shadowrun. C, I love Alien Nation. This is all of my favorite things being put together in, one thing, and I want to see it succeed. But I won't lie, I think Bright would have worked better as a TV show, not a movie.
Yes, I agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Bright, I guarantee you, had they made Bright if they had made Bright a TV show, I think it would have gone over significantly better than it would have as a movie. Movie's nice. It's easily digestible, in and out. But I think a TV show, you can spend more time world building, which is what they didn't spend a lot of time doing. And the whole relationship between Will Smith's character and Joel Edgerton's character, how they get over their prejudice, really more Will Smith than anybody. Which that's another thing. Will Smith should not have been the main character. Will Smith should not have been playing the main character. I actually think they should have reversed the roles, but I know why they didn't do it. Because Joel Edgerton is playing the orc, who is not a bad person. He's actually the most likable character in the movie. And that's what you hire Will Smith for. You don't hire Will Smith to be a bad guy. You don't hire Will Smith to be uncharismatic, and that's exactly what he was in Bright. He was basically the stereotypical LA cop who is over it and just wants to go put the bad guys away and go the fuck home and punch the clock and go the fuck home and be done with it. That's the type of character he's playing. It's like, no, you should have had him as the more affable character, and that is Joel Edgerton's character of the orc. If you'd have swapped those roles, I guarantee you people would have liked that movie better. Now, they probably would have complained like, oh man, they made a black dude the orc. Well, nobody complained in Lord of the Rings when all of the Uruk-hai that had screen time were played by black people. So shut the fuck up, keep that same energy. and I'm not even lying. If you actually go back and look, the Uruk-hai who kills Boromir in the Fellowship of the Rings, that's a black dude. So, I don't want to hear it. Anyways, this last one, this is a little PSA. Once again, I feel like this whole show is PSAs today. And I'm only talking about this because I'm such a huge fan. But Shout Factory TV has added some cult classic titles to the VRV platform, and more specifically, they have added shows that I'm a huge fan of, and that is Super Sentai. So if you are a fan, if you are a person who likes Super Sentai, you like Kamen Rider, well, guess what? I got news for you. If you have the VRV app, or if you've never heard of it before, VRV is kind of like a Crunchyroll alternative, only not. I don't think they do as much new stuff. But I think they do have new programming on there, but they do tend to have a lot of anime on there, a lot of animation on there. But for those who are not familiar, this is Jetman right here. But yeah, basically Shout Factory, they are basically going to be dropping some Super Sentai and Kamen Rider shows onto the VRV streaming service. For the most part, the main one is going to be Kamen Rider Kuga, which was the first of the Heisei era Kamen Rider shows, which basically just to say the new era of Kamen Rider. And I think the original Showa era Kamen Rider is also in there. And if you have Tubi TV, they're also on there as well. So if you wanted to, if you're like one of those people like, ooh, where should I start with Kamen Rider? I don't necessarily suggest starting with either of those seasons, but since that's really all that's out there right now, sure, go ahead. I also recommend going to the Toei official YouTube channel. They do have some on there as well. But you can see right here, that's Kamen Rider Kuga. Not a bad design, interesting character, but very dated because I think it came out in the 2000s, like early. I mean, when I say 2000, I mean like 2000, 2001. So the effects, they look bad, real bad. They didn't age well. And then of course, yeah, Chojin Sentai Jetman. That's the one that we saw earlier, which is basically Gotcha Man. Or Battle of the Planets for those who are American. So you got Supercar. This one's getting a little problematic. Amazons. Oh no, that might be a TOS violation right there. Wait, we got another one. Barbarian Queen. That's another TOS violation. The channel's getting shut down. And this other one, Hawk the Slayer. Yeah, so this is what it sounds like. These latter shows are not Japanese, by the way. I have never seen them, but I was specifically more here for the Jetman and Kamen Rider. But yeah, there you go. If you have any inclination whatsoever in checking out these shows, you now have multiple platforms to do it on. And yeah, there you go. Carter, any thoughts on this? Are you familiar with VRV? Have you heard of that one before?
So I am familiar with VRV. I used it for what was I using? Assassination Classroom, I think is what it's called.
Okay, yeah. I forgot that is actually on there. That is on there.
That was one of the main reasons I looked at it. But seeing all of the Sentai that they're putting on that app, I'm interested just because I would like to see something that's just straight Japanese through and through. That's not Power Rangers in the slightest.
Right? Yeah, no, I agree.
So I'm really interested in just seeing the differences in them. Seeing if one maybe is way more adult than how it was portrayed here. It's super campy, So I'm really interested in that.
No. I 1,000% agree with you. Honestly, you will notice if you maybe not so much with older. Maybe not so much with older, matter of fact, this is actually right here. This is exactly what's available. You have, Kamen Rider. This is the original series. This is literally the first Kamen Rider anything. And then Kamen Rider Kuga over here on the to the next one. And that's just another episode of Kamen Rider Kuga. Just
Kamen Rider I do remember because for whatever reason, back in my younger days, there were two different series that used to come on Fox at 5 a.m. before you went to school. It was Kamen Rider and it was Ultraman.
Yep. And yeah,
those I know a little bit. So I'm showing my age with that one, but yeah, those I do know of.
Hey, I can't say shit because we're in the same boat. But no, I mean, I'm here for it. I think it's no secret that I am a huge fan of Super Sentai and Tokusatsu. A lot of times, yeah, the stuff that is happening, like I'll give, like, technically, I did an entire video about this, so I'm not gonna rehash all of it. But yeah, if you go back and you watch, okay. If you were a fan of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like I'm talking about the OG, Jason, Zach, Billy, Kimberly, Trini, Tommy, whatever. If you're a fan of that show, I would implore you to watch Kyoryu Sentai Z Ranger, which, by the way, if you want to, you totally can, because if you have the Tubi TV app, or even just the website, here, actually, I'm pulling it up right now. Boom, right there. You can actually watch Super Sentai Z Ranger right there. All 50 episodes, I think. I think it's 50 episodes. But, and these are all the other ones. This is what this Kaku Ranger, what ultimately wound up becoming the Alien Rangers. Die Ranger, which was never adapted over here, but this is where the White Ranger comes from. When Tommy became the White Ranger, that little boy, here, let me see. Can I zoom in enough where you see? But right there, that little boy that's sitting there with the jacket on, that was the White Ranger. The White Ranger was a kid. Which is why he always kind of acted like a kid sometimes whenever he won. But you got, was it Time Ranger, which was, Time Force. Mega Ranger, which I think was Power Rangers. Was it Lost? No, it was, In Space. Mm-hmm. And then, Ginga Man, which was Lost Galaxy. Go-Go 5, which was Lightspeed Rescue. O-Ranger, which was Power Rangers Zeo. And then, of course, you got Car Ranger right here, which was Power Rangers Turbo. And I think Hurricaneer is also on here as well, which was Ninja Force or Ninja Storm, whatever the fuck it was called. But yeah, if you watch Z Ranger, Tommy lost his powers in Z Ranger. In Z Ranger, that motherfucker died. He got clapped. That episode of Power Rangers where Billy and Kimberly become brainwashed and they turn into like jackass teenagers. No, that didn't happen. In Zero Ranger, the Pink Ranger and the Blue Ranger turned into stone cold killers. They were walking around in Japan. Blue Ranger pulled a blicky out, had the submachine gun, clapped up 3 or 4 different people in broad daylight. The Pink Ranger had a katana. She was cutting motherfuckers in half, slicing them up and killing them. They weren't just disaffected teenagers. They turned into like cold-blooded murderers. And my favorite part is that Rita Repulsa is not some dimwit witch who can't beat the Power Rangers. She is a credible threat, and she is and she worships the devil. Like, she literally summons, like when she used to summon Lokar in Mighty Morphin, that wasn't Lokar, that was Satan.
Wow.
So there's some very strong differences between those shows. So I always say, if you have Tubi, which is, it's free. You don't have to pay for it. It just has ads. That's the only thing. But Tubi, VRV, Pluto TV, there's so many different ways you can watch Super Sentai now. Like, whenever I tell people, like, man, just go check it out, you don't even have to jump through the hoops that I had to watch some of the stuff. Just the newer stuff you can't see. But, I highly recommend it. Actually, my daughter and I watch Super Sentai together. Like, she loves it. She actually has started, she started with Mighty Morphin. But if you ask her what her favorite Super Sentai is now, she will tell you it's Gokaiger. And there is, now granted, that's Power Rangers Super Mega Force here, but we didn't watch Super Mega Force. We watched the Japanese one, so that's what she knows. She will tell you, she'll be like, I like the pirates. So that's just it. But no, Carter. Matter of fact, man, when you start watching this stuff, I want to get input from you. I want to know. I want to get a progress report.
Okay.
Look, Carter gonna come back in a couple, like a week to 2 weeks from now. He's gonna be like, man, these motherfuckers out here wilding. He said, man, I was watching the one with the trains, and this dude turned into Megazord, and the Megazord had a dick. Much like that Xbox, was it the Xbox
God.
Series X, that trailer they put out with the dude with the robot with the horse dick? Yeah, that was the thing. Anyways, man, that's the show. We're not gonna, you know what? I said we were gonna do questions. We're not gonna do questions this week. I'm actually gonna save questions for next week because we're way over on time. And yeah, it's like it's almost 3:30 here, and I know Carter, you're on the West Coast, so it's probably what, like
1:20 right now.
Okay, yeah, so it's about 1:20 something for you.
Hmm?
But yeah, man, we're gonna put the questions on pause. I apologize. Also, I want to apologize again for not streaming this past Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie, nothing bad happened, but I was just in a weird place, and I was tired and just worn out and had a lot on my mind, and simply just forgot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It wasn't even like I literally didn't realize that I missed the stream until like 3 hours later. Actually, it was closer to like 9 p.m. when I was like, oh, I was supposed to stream today. But I wasn't in a good place. It would not have been a good show had I done it, so I don't feel too bad about it. But yeah, I didn't want y'all to think like, oh, he's gonna discontinue the Wednesday show. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen going forward, but I'll try to do it again this coming Wednesday if all works out. But yeah, just wanted to let y'all know, just in case anyone was curious. But we're gonna go get up out of here. Man, Carter, thank you for jumping on with me on this one.
It is a pleasure, sir. It is a big pleasure.
We'll get you back on. By the way, for those of you who are, like I said, if you want to catch more, because Carter he's awesome. He's awesome. But go check out here, and I'm putting it here in the chat right now. Go check out his Twitch channel. Is twitch.tv/Carter Presents. It is not presents.
Oh,
not
please.
presents.
Please.
It is presents. Man, he does all kinds of stuff. He's usually playing, Monster Hunter World. You say you're gonna be getting back into Dead by Daylight. Yeah, you're. What was the other one you've been playing recently? Was it Hunt?
Yeah, Hunt Showdown. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, and occasionally we play Fortnite. Well, I don't know. You might not be playing Fortnite ever again after what happened last night.
I don't even know what Fortnite is. What is that?
He's like, what is that? I don't know what he's talking about. Look at Dark Angel getting spicy. But anyways, we're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all so much. And hopefully I will see you all very soon. Like I said, there's some stuff in the pipe that's coming up. I got some projects that I'm working on that'll be out soon, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you're a channel member, make sure to check the community tab and the members only playlist on the main page. That's where you'll find a lot of the stuff the members only page, you'll find the members only videos, but check the community tab for the early access videos. And yeah, just do good things. Do great things. And hopefully I will see you on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BlerdWithoutFear. Over the next few weeks, we're still raising money for the St. Jude Play Live. And we are also, right now, currently, I think NSA Jose is still going right now. So make sure to go over to twitch.tv/NSA Jose to go follow up on that. Because, like I said, we're trying to raise money for these sick kids, and it's a good cause. What more can you say? Anyways, thank y'all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to wash those damn hands. I love you all 3,000 plus ultra. Goodbye and good night.